of times like you pick a roamer and then you have this hero with no escape, and I don't know, he can get shut down very easily and you kind of lose all your towers. And like the hero used to be like really good behind as well, but since the small nerfs sort of like adding up, he's really good whenever you're like on even footing or like ahead. But when he's behind, he's not near as good as he used to be, I don't think.
Yeah.
So now a lot of Moon's heroes are banned, right? Like Batrider's banned, Darkseer's banned, Beastmaster is gone, and then FNATIC takes Tidehunter when they have Disruptor.
Doesn't Moon play Faceless Void?
He does usually play their Void, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think No-Tail plays the Void very much.
I think that's an American thing. We're like...
I think it was like 2 months ago or something, 1 or 2 games.
I really like the SD third pick though. It kind of blocks off any Terrorblade. Like you can't pick Terrorblade into SD, otherwise you're basically just giving away the game. It's really good versus 2 of the heroes already. Disrupts the jog. It's
Once caught inside of it, you can always just like bail them out in a way.
There's also a lot of cores now that buy Diffusal Blade, and whenever you have a level 4 Disruption Illusion running at you with Diffusal Blade, it kind of just owns you.
Yeah.
It just feels like one of those cases where they like Icebreak buffs the spell like Disruption again and again and again, and then suddenly people are getting purged and dying in like 2 seconds of their own illusions.
What was level 1 Disruption at one point? It was like...
Level 1 Disruption was like 30% damage, and the illusions lasted for like 6 seconds.
Illusions lasted, now level 1 Disruption is 8 seconds or something, right?
Yeah, it's like 60%,
It's insane.
Really
it's insane, and it's super high damage. Yeah,
you just max it by 7 now, and you just start killing people by yourself.
4th pick Ricky.
4th pick Ricky.
It's really good versus Earthspirit and Void, but
Oh, wow.
There you go.
they go for the SDTB themselves.
Yeah.
Is there a chance this is a middle TB? Do they play that at all? Probably not.
I doubt they're gonna do it, but well, I mean, if they feel that the mid matchup's gonna be easy, and then I think they could, but it's tied offlane, so I don't think that they're gonna be that worried about it. So you can just put a TB versus a Tide, and Tide can't really do anything because Anchor Smash is physical. TB has like 5 million armor, so they'll just put TB wherever it's safest. I think it's Miracle and No-Tail both play it, so
Yeah.
So you might see Miracle play at mid, but it doesn't really matter too much. They both play a very similar style on it.
So, who's if you were in this game and you were letting your drafter do the thing, whose position would you rather be in right now?
I think OG have a much better time, I think. Yeah, because they've already got like, you have a Void against a Ricky Tide, I think. Void's just really good in this game. It's so impossible to Omni Slash in this game. Are you gonna Omni Slash the Terrorblade? Are you gonna Omni Slash the SD? Are you gonna Omni Slash anyone with the SD around? It's Ravaging is also really difficult because you have to be careful that it doesn't get disrupted with the disruption, or the Uspirit's gonna get away. You can get stunned from so far away. Ricky also, like, he has to kind of pressure Terrorblade in some way, otherwise they don't really have a way of dealing with him. But he's also got, like, he has to deal with Earthspirit roaming on his mid, he has to deal with SD possibly saving anyone he goes on. It's just...
So FNATIC's probably saving and deciding if they want to put, the Jug mid still, and deciding if they want to put the Jug short lane. So they are one of the teams that did do that approach versus the Earthspirit.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of SCA teams, that's their counter to like Earthspirit or anything, general Juggernaut or PL middle.
Yeah,
even like Nobbers and Invoker, just those two heroes just go middle no matter what.
Yeah, they're really, really hard to gank. SCA, that's the thing.
There's also heroes like Potom and stuff that are really hard to kill versus Earthspirit.
I think though, if you're playing Earthspirit versus Potom, it's actually, you just start going on him and you force him to leap, you force him to do this kind of stuff.
Early
and then
game
it makes the lane really, really hard.
Yeah.
Super long cooldown, They banned Death Prophet. So they...
Like, OG just realized they don't actually kind of care whatever FNATIC play. I don't think it matters too much to them now. They might ban... Deuce is already out, so... There's not really that much left, I think. They banned Zeus.
Smart. Oh, the Tinker into the Zeus into instant Tinker.
Yeah.
That's the best when you know what you want.
Pretty good Tinker game.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
This is...
So it looks like, I mean, we're all agreeing OG got what they wanted. Do you think FNATIC is getting what they wanted? And you're just more comfortable with OGs, or?
I don't think anyone wants to play against this draft, but...
Yeah, look, I mean, it just looks anti-fun.
As soon as the TB came out, it's like everything kind of like coming together.
Yeah. I know they're tinkering.
And then like you were mentioning how disruption, like the SD disruption illusions with the Juggernaut. Now he's gonna have to deal with SD disruption illusions and the reflection from TB in late game. Your own illusion kind of like kicks your own ass.
What's the damage? Like 120%.
120%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Oh, this is rough. So what does FNATIC need here? They know a Tinker's gonna be mid. They don't send Juggernaut versus Tinker, do they?
They need this Tinker to start off like 0-3, and then they need to start pressuring the Void. Like, that's the only way they can do something. So they need some hero that can kill with Disruptor. Otherwise, they're kind of screwed. I don't know.
I don't know. Nothing really seems that good here.
They go really outside the box, honestly.
How bad is Timbersaw here? Is he bad?
Timber's almost unplayable. Void and Tinker both destroy
Void, Tinker, Shadow Demon, Earth Spirit.
And that's like any hero you put there, though. They're just
well, it's
I mean, yeah,
more
this
like
is just one of those
Timber
drafts
really
where
suffers
nothing
against-
is good.
Yeah. OG always pick this stuff. Like, no matter what you want to pick, it always seems bad versus OG. So you always have to like kind of.
Ember
Oh.
Spirit.
It's not that bad.
That's okay. I mean, it's just real rough early on.
So which one is mid? Is it going to be the Ember mid?
I
think it's still the Jug mid, right?
It depends, because like, do you want to make your top, like, I think it's about the top lane. Like, if they can zone the Void out and then punish him with Ricky, that's like the best thing they can do. But which one of the two is better at dealing with the Void, honestly?
And well,
I think they're still deciding.
They haven't picked it yet.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing yet.
They're like, damn, because Jug is decent versus the Void. Ember, same thing. They both do like that constant damage. They're obnoxious. Same thing with Disruptor versus it. But yeah, okay. So it looks like the Jug might just be going mid. Mushi grabs it up.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure, because like Mushi plays the one role pretty much all the time. So
That's a
it
good
depends
point,
whether they want the Jug to be farming more top or mid. I think in this game he farms more mid.
Yeah. Just have the Ricky like sit on him. Maybe around that. And we're in. We're off.
No TP. Oh wait, there we go. There's finally TP. Go
Yeah.
warded up middle.
It is the Ember
Ember mid.
Yeah. We'll see how this goes.
Have you guys ever used that strategy where I'm surprised people don't use it more with Ricky, where there's a ward. You have a ward, so you have like your middle player go middle with the Ricky next to him, and then you place the ward on the Ricky, so they think you placed it on the hill.
Oh, we did that, didn't we?
That's actually super clever.
Visa did that with FW
It's a Beatus taught me that.
That sounds like a Beatus play.
It is, yeah. Did it work for you guys? Did they try to counter? Nothing was there.
I don't think any team noticed.
Oh, so
Yeah.
So-
like I think in these games, like they might be like, oh, or they might think you're baiting. I don't know. I think it would work once, and then people would be like, all right.
That's
I don't know
super
about
clever though.
It's
That's
a
really
pretty,
funny.
It's a pretty cool play.
This should be an interesting matchup though. Yeah, middle is gonna be, I mean, Tinker favored, but you have the Ricky always just sitting on that Tinker a lot of the time.
Yeah,
Basically,
once-
Miracle's playing this mini game where he just doesn't. If he doesn't die in the first 7 minutes, gets soaring, and gets like
farm
level
some
3
jungle,
match, he's
yeah.
fine. Because you're always scared of SD saving someone. So there's a limit to how far you can go.
Yeah.
So early laning, and then he's golden, I think.
Maybe we see some nice Shadow Demon quad stacks with poison.
Yeah,
for the
3-4-3
Tinker.
has to get
Yeah.
it. There's no way he goes for this.
The battle begins.
I'm just saying, no, he doesn't. All right.
Double
smart.
ward. Moon got top rune, I mean, as well.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Not
Wait,
ward.
he just ran
just
in
walked
and
in
queued.
and
Just
jumped
walked in
out.
and queued.
Nice, nice.
That's the thing when you're versus, I guess, a Disruptor and a Ricky. I mean,
They've
he's
got-
not really that scared of anything.
Yeah, there's no stuns on the side of FNATIC till later on.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Some people are just legendary speed clickers.
Well, yeah, so why didn't you go, was that you and Timbersaw? Why didn't you go, Poor Man Shield? You went Quelling and...
I've tried going Poor Man and then like starting Q, Poor Man starting E, and like firing out a Quelling Blade. And like with Poor Man starting, you only have like 51 damage.
Yeah.
And so you end up just having like a really hard time last hitting. And very few heroes can zone you out of the lane if you have the E level 1. So I prefer just getting like Quelling Blade and starting E.
Yeah. Alright, it worked. I was just curious because you see a lot of people just Poor Man Shield, fair out of Quelling kind of thing.
I've been spamming it a bit, and I kind of decided, like, people go PMS, branch Fairy Fire, and I decided basically skip the Fairy Fire, just go PMS, and then Q start. Use Q to get the, like, 3 out of 4 CS, first wave, and then get yourself a Salve if you need it, and a Quelling. And then you have the PMS and Quelling, and you just kind of spam push out the lane.
Yeah.
And then it makes the first 4 minutes kind of easy.
We're still level 1.
He's gonna give him the right click. Ember's doing really good though. Last hitting. That's all he has to do early, I guess. try to build towards the not getting dominated mid game versus Tinker.
Fortunately, Ember doesn't really have like he's got so long until he actually starts farming properly. Even if he does well in this lane, like even if he comes out of this lane with like 70 CS on a kill, if Miracle.
That's all he has to do early, I guess. Try to build towards
SD.
not
Leave
getting
him alone.
dominated mid game versus Tinker.
It's only high. Ember doesn't really have like
I mean,
he's
it's
got so long.
seemingly just gonna be.
Oh my god, if he had gotten a bash.
Yeah, like even if he comes out of this thing with like 70 CS on a kill,
Miracle.
That is something else.
We were mentioning how he's had some bad luck with his tubs, so maybe
I'm surprised are you surprised he's in lane and not just Iron Talon jungler? I mean, it's
no, it's a really kind of weak lane.
Yeah, go there.
dual lane.
And now you get 20% from neutral killed. Neutral. I don't know.
Neutral killed creeps.
Yeah, there you go.
So basically, if the enemy pulls hard camp or something, you will get 20% of the XP, so you'll get like 1 million creeps worth. So it's kind of underwhelming, but I guess it adds up if you can't really get anything at all.
Yeah, but with Iron neutral, a necessity. Yeah, exactly.
He's getting good CS though. 7 CS in the off lane. He's doing a lot.
Even whenever they have really strong lanes, it's sort of just Moon's playstyle. Like he'll just run into the off lane and like even if he dies a couple of times.
No way, no way.
So it's kind of underwhelming, but we got a bottle, okay.
It's still rough, but definitely. But he didn't get.
Imagine if he got his laser off before that second hit.
That would have been.
It was really close.
Even when they have really strong animation, it's sort of just Moon's playstyle. Like he'll just run into the off
good.
lane.
3-4-3. Good chicken pickup. Surprised he just brought it straight to him against him.
That was.
We got trying to see where OG's wards
I
are.
like this. He's bottled from way back there.
Imagine if he got his laser off.
No?
G's wards?
Okay, they got one lane ward on
One
bar.
was really close.
Ricky's just running around with 2 sentries.
Oh, he's dead.
Yep.
Oh, good he just brought it straight to him against him. Oh, he has the early one from the right. Oh, he paid off too.
Miracle.
I think
no, they don't have
G's
lane
wards.
dodge. Okay,
That was level 4, he dead.
Yeah, Ricky's
But you got a range creep tonight early in the lane. Actually saved his life.
So decent start, they get first blood. Middle's not going too terribly for Tinker. Like you said, he hasn't died 3 times yet. And now Moon.
I love this.
But you got a
low level.
early in the lane. Saved his life.
Both of them having 4-man shields as well.
Yep.
So decent start, they get first blood.
My favorite lane is the typical round lane versus tower lane.
You have to be careful. Like you said, he hasn't died 3 times yet.
He just went way too early. He could have waited 2 more seconds and then he would have been able to maybe live. I still think he dies though.
4-man shields as well.
Because they have glimpse still. Like, that was just...
He at least forced out a lot of mana on the Disruptor. Like the George doesn't have any spells and he has no way of regenerating mana, so they can't kill him anymore. When he comes back to the lane, he can sort of do whatever he wants.
It's kind of fake though. He's what, level 4, level 5, and he dies to that. You gotta pump up the jug and the Disruptor level.
Yeah.
I think the...
Whoa! He at least forced out a lot of mana.
He did the 3-2 build, he probably didn't expect that at all, did he? He's just been lasering low HP creeps, so you don't know what level that laser is.
He may have been like holding laser points and just like kept it at 2.
I think you need to max laser against Ember because like laser is pretty much your only deterrent for Ember to die here. Because he's got that up so much. As soon as like Ember hits 5, he hits 6, he hits 7, like any one of these levels he just gets much stronger. And Tinker on the other hand, like if he's just getting much, he just kind of stays the same.
Laser points. Kept it at 2.
I think you need to max laser.
Oh my god! He actually got back to back matches.
That's because
It was a tactical fusion. I think it was connected to too bad.
Yeah, that was the payoff for the not getting back to the level 1.
And then now he's when Jug comes back, he's going to be level 6. He's just getting much. This is and stage friends as well.
That was actually absurd.
Yeah, so they've gone
He did.
Oh my god! He actually got back to back.
Really just goes, oh, maybe I'll get this back. And then he just Jug fell out.
So they've gotten killed in every lane without any rotations.
Yep.
He needs to queue before the smoke screen.
Stage friends as well.
That was actually absurd.
Yeah.
So they've gone.
He did.
He actually got back to back.
Really
This guy died like when you're running away from there. Why don't you just decide to the house? So they've gotten killed in every lane without any rotations.
Yep. I think you want to make sure that Disrupt doesn't get smoke screen, but that's about all you can do.
I think he was trying to make it into the trees and start like walking around.
On fly, but
it's not.
I died like, when you're running away from there. Why don't you
Yep,
just
Miracle's
decide to
gonna get quite fast boosted travel in this lane, and once that happens, I don't see a way that they kill him. Because like Ravage is their only real wave, but that's another one honestly.
I think he was trying to
Ravage
make
and
it
like maybe a glimpse, a good glimpse.
Hoping that your Ember somehow.
Yeah, the
It's
Ember
like a
has to like
slight-
follow you. Like the Ember has to follow up on someone else. Miracles. Because if the Ember just jumps in, then they'll just disrupt once that happens.
Why are teams not worried about stacks? Like I've noticed, like the games we were casting with you guys, you or OG didn't really stack anything, even though you had stack players. Is it just so you're more worried about the lanes?
I think everyone's pretty concerned with how the lanes go.
Oh, and
Yeah, Chrono though.
If you got the disrupt today, you would just kill them.
Mash him 4 times in a row.
He might just die here.
like the games we were casting with you guys, you
Well,
or
FNATIC are
OG
getting a
didn't
lot of
really
this
stack
top lane.
anything,
And
even though
Moose
you had
just
stack
kind of. He was. I think if he just went to jungle or just like played safe after the first
After-
couple of
or
lanes,
after
after
he
the
killed the
super bash, yeah.
Super bash. I'm alright calling it that.
I don't think it matters too much though. Like he doesn't need to do a lot of damage. He just needs to like, be in the right place at the right
Yeah,
time.
but there's a big difference between a void that starts off 1 and 3, if you get to like you can maybe get the kill and support something like that, or the carry, and a void who gets the kill and then stays 1 and 1 and is level like 9 in 11 minutes or something, and then he just starts farming lanes and you can't stop him.
Yeah, it's definitely bad, but I think there are games where it would be worse to die.
Yeah, obviously you can.
I just closed my eyes and your voice sounded just like Guy's CC.
A void who
Is that a compliment?
I think it is.
Does my hair look
I
like
didn't
that?
notice that, but it really does. I mean, when he speaks of it.
Right when he speaks softly.
Power kill, he's dead now.
Yeah, it's definitely
Was
bad.
it worth it?
I
Was
think
it
there are
worth it?
games where it would be worse.
Yeah.
At what cost?
He tried.
But at what cost?
It's like never worth it. Even if you get the deny, it's not worth it.
You don't think?
Yeah, the deny is worth
I think it
like
is.
maybe 400, 500 right?
Yeah.
And a kill at that point, you're giving AoE, gold, and XP to 3 heroes, so it's gonna. If you want to get
So we need to do the math.
yeah.
what
And then
cost?
decide. But at what?
Maybe if you're like super low level, it's worth it. But
Yeah, if Darkseid was like level, if Darkseid was like level 2, the deny is and he gave away 235 gold or something, that would have been worth it.
Yeah.
So you're saying never is it good to deny and then die?
Pretty much.
I think that's a big thing. A lot of players are like, well, I got the deny, it was worth it. And here's like, that's how people...
Alright, maybe if you're like super low level.
Yeah,
I guess they forced the meta.
Yeah,
I mean,
Sort of like the bounty rune mentality. It used to be worth it to sometimes to
Yeah.
take the rune. It is never worth it now to die for the bounty rune, ever.
People will argue with that. No matter how much... They'll argue with Sumail, with Miracle, with Mushi, that it is worth it.
basically, if you get the rune yourself and you die, it's always worth it. But if someone else does it, no, they're an idiot.
Bounty rune mentality. It used to be worth it to
So
sometimes to take the rune.
Miracle
It is never
soaring.
worth it now to die for the bounty rune.
I'm just trying to figure out a way that this jog can like turn his advantage into actually zoning out heroes from OG.
They killed Moon again, and he didn't have to use Omni Slash. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, Moon's inventory just looks a bit ugly right now, doesn't it? Yeah, it just doesn't look very good. He's just 1 and 4 with max back.
He's ready for his Hedris and his Basilius.
Just trying to figure out a way that this jog can turn his advantage. Mushi's been given actually the space. He's still a bit
They killed
behind.
Moon again, and he didn't have to use Omni Slash.
Skip boots of travel, I didn't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got bots. I'm almost soaring.
Bots of course.
Yeah, it doesn't look very good.
I think you go soaring if you do the March build, but with the laser.
First, you guys, he did the March build, and
Yeah.
I want to say he went bots first.
He went soaring.
Oh, he did go soaring. Okay, cool.
He had soaring travel, and I remember that. I was like,
It was like 9 to 10 minutes or something.
The smoke against the smoke,
yeah,
but
but think about the tempo, it's basically
Soaring
every
if
lane.
you do
Yeah.
the March build, but with the laser.
Don't worry, you did the best
First,
you
you
could.
guys, he did the March
So
build.
it's no more than you could have done.
Yeah.
I want to say he went bots first.
Sometimes that guy just decides he needs to farm.
Raindrop. It was like 9.
What a stupid idea.
the smoke against the
Yep,
smoke.
you're just becoming mortal for the burst by spells.
Yeah, and you were talking about it, doesn't it? Gives you more mana regen than a Ring of Aquila.
It is more.
Yeah, it's more. It's
Not- not
0.8,
the
isn't
same.
it? Aquila is like 0.6, 0.7 if you include the intelligence.
That's good.
And
Raindrop.
yeah, Raindrop, if you have Raindrop Aquila on TV, you can just meta and pop illusions or kill them basically with the burst by spells.
Yeah, and you were talking about it,
Which
doesn't
is
it give you
perfectly
more
balanced.
mana regen than a Ring of Aquila.
It's more.
Yeah, it's more. It's
Not-
0.8, isn't it?
So what you're saying is you don't like any of the new items? Iron Talon, Raindrop.
Tome of Knowledge?
Yeah, Raindrop, if you have Raindrop Aquila, the rest of it, meta and pop illusions. I don't really like
Feel like Dota to you?
Yeah.
I don't like Tome in concept, but in practice it's fine.
I just always thought it was really underwhelming. Like, I've never really
So what
seen
you're
it
saying is
joy
you don't
from
like
like, oh, this tome has won me the game because I got finger. It's always like,
Tome of Knowledge?
I'm gonna buy it when I level
When I
up.
have gold and have
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it because
Some people buy it just to
feel
get
like
a
goated
level barrier.
I don't like helmet concept.
2200 experience from the
Yeah.
next level's 800.
Whoa.
Oh,
God.
out of it.
Like,
He
that
got
was
it.
so cool time. Maybe in this tone.
Yeah, there's got no damage.
Yeah, the meta just ran out.
Oh, he messed his ult.
Are you alright?
Cool down out.
Some people buy it just to
They
get
could
a
run tree.
What's cool down?
This is FK.
2200 experience from the next level's
Oh,
800.
that's...
Almost.
Yeah, if he ate the right tree and ran deeper, he might have.
No tail
Yeah,
lift,
yeah,
no
that's
tail
very
lift.
good.
Yeah.
They tried to kill both times. They
The
get
whole
no
thing
tail.
is terribly got out, really. Like, Moon at this point, like, he's already died quite a bit.
He's a walking
Yeah.
chrono.
He's still farming. Like,
Yeah, he's
He's higher net worth than the Tide.
Yeah, he's still mid one's like a Yasha. I don't know if he's gonna go Battle Fury or like Diffusal. I think he needs to go Battle Fury in a way just to keep up, otherwise, like, if he doesn't get a few kills, he's gonna be really popular. He's already died quite a bit. Because the way like OG were playing Jug is they would just buy big aggro and he just goes in. He farms, but like his main priority is just to find whatever core he needs to jump on and just stay on it. So he didn't really need to go Battle Fury, he didn't really need to do any of that.
He went Soul Ring.
Yeah, he went Soul
he goes
Ring.
Soul Ring.
Otherwise, like, if he doesn't get a few
Soul Ring Yasha.
Yeah,
He had the casual.
because the way like OG were playing Jug, he was just staying off the map and just being ready to catch people out. Like his main priority is DJ.
Yeah, bro.
Whatever core he needs to jump on.
He's going Midas. Is that a Midas? Is that what I saw?
Yep. He went Soul Ring. DJ the FY build.
I think he doesn't have a TP.
Yeah, he's real dead.
But Orange doesn't really care.
He was just staying.
They find a pick on crit in the jungle.
Now they just go, we saw him running here, he doesn't have a TP.
Going Midas.
Oh!
Well, here's the Warriors.
Yep, oh, this is very... DJ
Not
FY build. At least he tried.
Did he get his TP? That's the biggest question.
I don't think he did.
They find a pick on
Flying back.
crit in the jungle. Well, they took a good amount of time. The TB took a bit of time, Tinker took a little bit. They got some lane pressure, Juggernaut pushed bottom lane in all the way, they got a kill in the jungle. So, not the worst for FNATIC.
I can see Fly dying now. If they just go now, they might kill it if they just follow up. Okay, there we go, there we go.
Cloud.
Well, they took a good amount of Void as well.
Yellow.
They got lane pressure,
Wow.
pushed bottom lane
Okay.
all the way.
And they're
Yellow?
pushing TP.
That was brave.
Not the worst. Listen to you shooting lanes here, pumpkin yellow. What are you doing now?
They might kill it if they just follow up.
Did he think they just weren't going to have anything when he TP'd
Yeah, I
next, or-
think he just assumed they weren't gonna...
Did Tide do
what
well?
they did? No, I didn't show. You probably assume he's there, right?
Wow.
Because there's no way they show forward every time, but...
That was a nice play FNATIC.
It's going Blink instead of the mech, too. First item Blink on Tide.
I like that.
That's cool.
I've always liked that, though. For me, it's not situational. He's got to be a man, you know?
He just assumed so
His positioning in the fight is super important for FNATIC, so...
Turbo's gonna stack with the illusion one last time, and then he's gonna summon another one, maybe share the hug and then take it.
He's got to catch whatever.
He's gonna get
he
off the
wants to
ball
blow up.
fairly quickly. Yeah, he's gonna go grab the Arcane Ring.
That's cool.
I've always liked
Or
that.
not.
For me, it's not situational.
I thought he would.
He's got to be a
Yeah,
man.
but so...
His positioning in the fight is super important. Okay. I thought he was going to give it to the TB.
It would way more sense for the TB just walk up and take it and use that to take the stack.
I guess they were saving it, maybe trying to save it for Miracle so like they could fight with it or something. I don't know.
He's gonna go for the Arcane Ring. But they're gonna use mana for this tier 1 and then not try and finish off the stack. Thought he would,
Objective gaming, like if their lanes are in good positions, there's no point in formations, they might as well put pressure with meta up and Ravage on cooldown. I guess they were saving it, maybe trying to save it for Miracle so like they could fight with it.
They have to commit too much. They don't have Ravage to bail them out if they commit too hard and then not try and Why is Disruptor? He's gonna go farm for a
Their
bit.
lanes are in good positions, there's no point in formations, they might as well put pressure.
Oh, went for the
Meta
nine. I
up
didn't get it
and
this
Ravage
time.
on cooldown. I guess they were saving
OG really like creating the situation where they just have one big hero hitting a tower and then the rest of them just like spread out around him, and you just can't go on the guy. They always go for this whenever they do a push strat, whenever they do like Miracle supporting no-tail farming.
Even when they had the like that Slark game where they didn't really have a tower hitter, you saw the way they were positioned. It's like the Slark would hit the tower once, all 5 of them are like spaced and completely different.
He would walk up, hit the tower 3 times, bounce back. They always play this whenever they do the tower strat, whenever they do like and then repeat this process to infinity.
They did that all. They've done that all 3 games
Even
so
when they
far.
had like that Slark game
Oh yeah,
where
in
they
the
had a
game
tower
where
hitter, you saw the way they were
had
positioned.
Miracle, he just had a Shivas and a Mancer, and he was just doing like 20 damage as they tower head a jump, but they were patient. They They had the time, so they just sat there.
Pretty good thing to have.
Yeah, they did that all. They've done that all 3 games.
How farmed is the Tinker right now?
He's got Blink working on Aetherlon. Yeah, he's pretty farmed.
Yeah, he sure is.
I don't know if he's gonna go Axe this game. Doesn't seem like a very good Axe game. I think he just go. I think he got Bloodstone straight after Aetherlon.
Bloodstone into the Dagon.
Yeah.
Bloodstone.
Or I was gonna say Hex, but Hex is actually. I always feel that if you go like an early Hex on Tinker, it always feels kind of underwhelming unless you immediately get like a few pickups with it. I don't know.
I don't think Hex is that good this game for OG.
I don't think Hex is like Hex Tinker isn't actually what it used to be, because if you go Hex, you kind of feel obligated to like you go, okay, I've got a Hex, but they're focusing me. I need to buy some other defensive items, something like that. I think it would just full damage, but you have to worry about is when what's carrying.
Yeah. Oh no, I might actually get gone on here. They need to wait for the bots. They need to wait for the bots. Remember,
like Hex Tinker isn't because if you go Hex,
That was over the trees, yeah.
That's a big kill.
Nice, Moon, he's back.
and No Tail actually didn't push up too far, so he's safe. And he's gonna go the Radiant on here. Okay, we haven't seen this in a while. They need to wait for the bots. They need to wait for the bots.
Does Biza do this one?
He hasn't done it in a long time. When TV first came out, we were just like, okay, this is a Radiant hero. We started going like Tread, Tequila, Yasha into Radiant, and he'll get like 15 minutes, and then he would win quite a few games, but then he decided Radiant isn't worth it, you can't pass up anyway, and then he started doing the normal build. And I don't think he's done the Radiant build in like years.
That's nice. What is it now? AoE 17% evasion.
Started going like invasion, I think AoE 50 damage now, I think, in like 15 minutes.
Back to where it used to be a long time ago, and it's super good.
A long time ago it was 8% the normal build.
I think 8%. Yeah.
Well, but it used to be 20%, then it moved down a lot. AoE 17%.
It used to be 65 damage as well.
Yeah, the one I remember is the 65 damage was like 8%.
65-8 was for...
That was back to where it used to be.
That was for quite a while, I feel like. That was for like almost 2 years.
Did they remove
That was
the
back
miss
when I played.
percentage?
They removed the miss for a while after, before that. Yeah, I don't know. That I didn't change it. I think it's in a good spot now.
That was before I was even in high school. Yeah, the one I remember is 65 damage.
Before any of this. 65-8 was
I was still a wee lad. When did you guys start playing Dota? How old? What age?
10 years old.
Did they remove
That was back when I played.
They removed the miss for a while.
I think, hang on.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was like 13?
Well, I was even in high school. Bear in mind, this is 4 years.
In Dota 1, it was like when it came out, but Aeon of Strife was when I was like...
When did you guys start playing?
Maybe 7.
Strife, yeah, the Aeon of 7 Gods, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, Aeon of 7 Gods.
That's crazy. All our lives just slowly being wasted here while we're sitting on the couch catching this game.
15 years of Dota.
Bear in mind, this is 4 years. Okay, when
In Dota 1,
Dota 2 first came out in the beta, alright, I was like, I really want a beta 7, so I tried to get on, couldn't give praise. I played League of Legends just to try and fulfill the craze, didn't work. So I downloaded SC2, played the main Dota like mod on that one. That was the Storm, the Imperial, Sank, that's what it was called. It was so bad.
Brian even chimes in. Brian's like, it was
terrible. I played League of Legends, it was so awful, but I just really wanted to play. I didn't get it for a while, so I just played SC2 Mafia until I could actually get a video game.
You weren't a Honor?
No, I never played Honor.
Good for you.
Shaking my head on it.
Everyone in the UK plays Dota 2.
Look at all the Han players in this game right now.
Actually, are.
A lot of fanatics. No, I mean OG.
Well, old Fnatic.
OG, yeah, exactly.
Makes me confusing for everyone.
They were dominant in Han. If you want to talk about dominant, I think we talked about it a bit. They literally did not lose a lane game for like 3 years or something crazy like that. No Tail, Fly.
Some of my UK friends who played on competitively back in the day, they keep going about, oh, we took a game off Fnatic, we were really, really good.
Can they prove it?
They can, yeah, they posted the link, like, the Ghosty Gamers page, I was like, oh, you actually did, well done.
You did it.
And now they're like 4K, so...
Take No Tail,
Sometimes things just don't
transition.
It's like the third smoke tank we've seen.
Back in the day,
I think they need to work this out, but I think Jug is...
Silence?
So, what happened there? Earthbrew blew completely missed.
They're gonna take this fight
He
now.
got the silence while rolling, but then he didn't get the stun.
Oh, No Tail popped him out though. Wait,
The Radiance, I think,
the Radiance for taking out. I think Jug got tied.
OG got out, that's really good.
think that was and he's still going in.
So that could have been really bad. OG salvaged that pretty well.
That was no tail. I think he accidentally went back in, but I think it literally caught the smoke when he did that, and it just saved him right there.
Clip the jug on the lip of the smoke.
OG got out. That's really good.
And then Radiant stopped the tide from blinking forward.
What's happening here? Yeah, Bushi just can't. Once he lasers and you have no more flame guard, you just have to get out.
He's getting battle fear very soon. It's 200 gold. It's not bad. The smoke when he did that. Him and Juggernaut farm a lot right there.
He has okay timing. He's getting his. He doesn't have that much presence. Like he doesn't have that many places to farm though, because they're getting kind of pressured, and his whole team is farming. Everyone but the Ricky's farming. Good tide items. He's almost got his Aghanims. Disruptor is getting on his way to his Aghanims as well.
It's one of those kind of awkward games for Jug though, because Jug doesn't really have a concrete way of just outright killing anyone in this game because of the SD and the void. So he basically has to just farm and just kind of reach a critical mass where people have to be worried like, oh god, it's a really farmed Jug, and that's just about it.
I see why Toby chose to cast with you. He's so smart.
Did he?
Didn't you? You cast.
I didn't cast with Toby. No, I casted with OD Pixel. He just called me up and was like, hey, bro, you want to cast? I was like, alright. So he basically
wow, even more of an honor OD, you know. Rising Star, Owen.
And that's about it.
Owen. I see why Toby. So do you like the? No, wait. So no one has a max on FNATIC, right? And he's going Axe on Tide. I like that though, but it's kind of interesting. I guess they're. Wow, I don't know why they don't have their OD. Anyone have a clue? Rising Star. They just don't think they need it.
Almost died on.
There's no way he does. It's a lot of damage. Like, you can't actually farm with flame guns. It's really awkward because you can't even stay there for the free play. So Merv was like following him around.
Maybe he thought he needed the blink if he started the fights, and then afterwards it's like max 2 late. Yeah, I was trying to think about it from here.
What? So the people who have, actually it's kind of funny, the banners or the things on the top, what are those called?
Pennants.
The pennants? The FNATIC people, that was TI2 or TI3. So the FNATIC that are on OG, people bought them for, now they're playing against them. It's pretty memes if I've seen it. So the people who have, actually it's
definitely up there.
Why does Visa have memes in his name? Is that a story or?
He just not really. Something profile down.
Why is his name Bean then?
Beans.
Bean memes.
Because like we just call him Bean because that's his last name. Yeah.
Oh, memes if I've seen it.
A little bit of a story now.
Yeah, I found it very interesting.
I'm learning a lot.
Yeah, you guys are like pretty smart, not mental level, but
Stan's the only smart one out of us all.
nah, what? Come on.
He's the only smart one here. A little bit.
In the whole thing.
Yeah, look at this.
This is the TV, the 20-minute push. Oh, pretty great.
Wow, without this.
Oh god. Not mental level, but he doesn't have it. Oh, he does! Wait, why did he get on? Well, he got it on. That's right.
Ravage.
Alright,
In the whole thing.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna go low.
This is the TV, the 20-minute that brings them, I mean, it makes it so they can't push. That's good.
Shame on you.
That one kill.
Tinker with Aghanims.
You know what the best part? They probably would have taken that Rax if TV could buy back some TP in, but now that nerf's actually like reasonably big in situations like that, he won't have Metamorphosis anymore.
I don't think they would ever buy back TV and just go for that.
But
they can't do it.
I think that's pretty
I think the main thing about it is not so much the buyback, but it's you don't just automatically win when you get a run for 25 minutes on like TV plus
reasonably big cooldown.
Time lapse.
He doesn't have a TV, he doesn't have
Did he manta down?
Yeah, he did. That's a classic situation.
The main thing about it is not so much the buyback.
So
He's getting marched to death.
he really is. He's got the heal, the not cat ward.
It's a sliding stay alive.
The non-cat one.
I hate that cat ward more than anything. I hate the one. I hate
I
a
just
lot
love
of
that it was sounding.
I think that's what Grant hates.
I just left her. Honestly, right now, if I just left him, so he's getting marched. Oh, he went for the steal, but he's got the heal. They don't have enough not heal.
Oh! He got the last hit.
Wow.
No ages, but definitely.
I just love that Rotos is
I
running
mean,
in.
they killed the Aegis. That was really good.
Wait, they killed the Aegis?
Yeah.
Like they killed him.
Oh, they killed him.
Yeah.
He went to the heal, but
No Tail doesn't get thunder off though. But there it goes. Oh,
Oh boy, that dude's dead too.
Yep.
That's a dead dude.
that illusion. The illusion.
Disruption.
See, this is you guys shut down Miracle reasonably well, and then No Tail came. This feels like they're like kind of shutting down No Tail now, but they always have that plan B. And that's I think that's where OG super succeeds at.
Yeah, that's a dead dude.
Yeah, it's like the Ricky was able to get the bottle kill, but besides that, he's not really able to do anything in this game.
And Moon's 1-7 right now, but he still feels like he has an impact. I mean, you can see he died in lane. He missed that one chrono, but like sees that.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. All he has to do with it is if the game progresses like this, they get the tier 2s, they start sieging at tier 3. He chronos Ember and he dies. That's almost it. Like they don't really have any kind of apart from Tide Axe after that. Or he chronos the Tide and they don't have a Ravage while the Turbo just walks in.
So scary versus OG's lineup too. It's like even if the TB is like out of position, you get the TB. There's so many forms for OG to like save him. It's like, okay, the chrono's there, the disruption's there, but then also the Tinker's just gonna be nuking the crap out of you in the backline. Illusion rune here.
Oh no.
I feel like they need to nerf the bounty range of the laser a little bit. It's so much.
It doesn't get up by any at least, but yeah, it's still quite large.
I think if it wasn't as big as it was, it wouldn't be viable though. Almost.
I don't know, like,
I think I'm okay with it.
But the fact that X upgrades two things is the one thing that kind of like is weird to me. It upgrades the rocket and the laser, like in a massive manner. And that hero's already gets buffed, but he's still quite in chases, you know, like a couple patches ago you get damage amplification from an extra in.
Was it like 1% from 16 in?
Yeah, it's not like it does.
That's happened late.
It does add up, yeah. He's already
He's getting.
he's got lethal lens as well, so weird to me.
Wait, which one you said he wasn't going to get Ag this game?
He's got 10% max spell damage.
I can't remember. Was it
you?
someone
Oh,
said?
you don't get it right. Oh, well.
I think we both said it was.
Yeah, we both said it was on
Oh, he got the purge off though.
Oh my god, he's dead.
Oh my goodness.
He's going to kill him.
oh my.
Wait, which one you said he wasn't going to get Ag? Pretty good fight. No Tail got triple kill.
The radiant's burning up.
Yeah,
Good stuff. I think we both said it was.
The problem is, so Disruptor is going Aghanim's, but they don't have a BKB buyer on. Is they just looking for a little bit of extra damage, or doesn't seem.
I can't really think of a reason why like TV won't Manta, he won't like do a big damage. You stop him from getting most of his.
You need to increase duration carrying it.
Because I mean,
but then you also think, is there any other items that can be like better? Really? Like,
Yeah, there's not really any good items.
what's the next best thing? Why?
Force Glimmer instead of the egg.
Yeah, but then even that,
You stop
is that really like
Gonna win the game. I don't think it.
I think
this
the
point,
is good.
I think like then you're going, okay, I need to actually do something kind of big because he's not really able to do that much. Like he killed Motel in the fight. What's the next best thing with the ulti glimpse?
Yeah.
But he got wiped by Tinker, so he feels like he must kill him by himself. Because I don't think Motel's sitting with like 2k HP right now, right? He's got Skadi, Manta, 2.3. He's got he's not not even Manta. He doesn't need Manta. He's got
Wow.
Shadow Demon with the
Uji is taking a pretty big lead here.
That was really close for a while.
Yeah, and then it just
skyrocketed.
I think that top fight when they killed him and then had like 2 towers in a row.
Yeah,
Kind of hurt him. That's the TV effect.
It's crazy too, like
Manta. He doesn't need
Mushi,
Manta.
stop merge.
What do you think? Yeah.
Right.
Pretty big lead here.
That.
Yeah, I saw that's a lot of damage laser.
Soul catcher.
That top fight
Yep,
when they
Moose has
killed
got his
him,
BKB in the
had
blink.
like 2 towers in a row.
He's avoid.
All he has to do is he's pretty much playing with crit. They're both just trying to pick people up who can get away. That's all they have to do.
We haven't even seen like really a big team fight in this game either. It's just like little skirmishes where just like people just die so quickly in this fight because of Tinker.
Anyone that's got these adaptations just dies instantly.
He's pretty much playing
Terror Blade's killing people in 2 seconds. Tinker faster.
Nice Scotty, so he's
He's waiting now.
And then how reflection lasts twice. It's like 5.5 max level and it gives a vision, right? Yep. So you can just keep firing rockets that whole time while people are reflection. That's pretty absurd.
He's so smart.
I mean, I was thinking about it, like, reflection's probably the most ridiculous spell that I've been thinking about in a while.
People like underrated for so long, I think.
The other game, they played Tinker, they had sort of a similar thing. They had Swarf, whatever, so they have all this night vision.
And they had a heat.
They had ET Beast Monster as well. So
Yeah, so they just have all this vision so they can always get quad rockets.
the main thing that I saw that happened in that game was Beast was going, oh, I'm going to take the stack, and then you just see Miracle just TP in, like, they run up 4 heroes into range, Miracle TP's behind, starts putting marches down, and then if you want to get them, you have to clear out the area, because you don't know if they've warded, you don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, so they just have all this vision so they can always get quad rockets.
No, the Jug gets lasered once, tanks the illusions for like 3 seconds, gets lasered, has to go all the way back to base, it's almost dead. And this is what you're
has to
talking
go
about.
4 heroes in this game, but like, if he does, he's
Yeah.
if you want to get as a result, like, he doesn't have his own guy, doesn't really do anything.
No, the Jug gets lasered once.
It's not his fault, it's just really
the patience you were talking
They
about.
do one thing and
oh, and Smoke is broken by Moon. Gosh. That's also really low risk, he's got his DKB.
Yeah.
Although, do they have a Hex in the structure right now?
yeah, they have.
Yeah, so that's a bit no, the Jug gets lasered once.
Not his fault.
No, the one thing is just OG have a gem. They do one thing. Yeah, I think they had it for
Also really low risk, he's got his DKB. Although, do they have a Hex in the structure right now?
Looking pretty dire.
Yeah, for the Dire. With Dire Tide. The one thing is just OG.
Did anyone actually like Dire Tide here? Alright, cool.
Oh, I've got a few friends who made quite a lot of money from the first round. In the first Dire Tide, they made like,
Oh yeah.
they got a few platinum or golden baby roaches.
Yeah,
And
those-
then in the second one, I know people got the platinum baby roach.
Dire.
That was like the 1437 stat.
Yeah,
Did anyone
yeah.
actually like
I
Dire
don't
Tide?
really play with Aoi. They all have a billion platinum
And then
rotation.
Supercell stack as well, those guys got first round.
Yeah.
The
Like
first
Sunken.
Dire Tide, they made
Oh, you're good.
Yeah,
You play it all you want.
Sunken squad. They all have platinum.
Sunken one. Chronodon coming in on 2 and almost like
Only like 837.
it's they can't get into the fight.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
That is? Oh wait. Could he do it?
Oh, the Omni Slash just hit no tail.
Yeah, for the GG.
100 HP.
Are they gonna
Yeah.
bring him down? Or they got it. That's a 5-minute team win. So,
Chronodon coming in on 2.
would you guys say?
It's this looks like the OG just
That is? Oh wait. Could he do it?
Welcome back, guys. Summit Flat, FNATIC, OG, 2 Fogs on the couch. Switch up panel members a little bit here. Find Sam as well. And alongside Rhyme, who was here for game 1. So guys, what did you think of that first game? Did you feel like it was at all a FNATIC draft issue? I mean, they went with pretty much comfort picks on all of the bad guys. But it just seemed like OG were able to overwhelm them throughout the mid game.
I think it was pretty much a draft issue. There were some play issues with maybe miscommunication between the Ricky and the Ember, but I'm not really quite sure if it was entirely draft based, but yeah, it was difficult.
Yeah, it did seem like OG had a bit of the edge. We are into the draft though, guys. A couple picks in here.
I think it was
This is going to be game 2 upper bracket, so not too much on the line in terms of your
communication
elimination. But OG with that all-important one-game lead.
I'm not really quite sure if it was...
This is a bit of a switch up. This is OG's first game actually on Dire, so they've been raiding every single game except for this one. So they're changing it up a bit right away. You just see Moon's heroes are still being prioritized to be banned by the opposite team that they play versus, so Bad Rider Beastmaster gone, and this time they do go for his Darks here.
It's kind of nice seeing OG pick up the Darks here already, because I don't usually see them play that many teamfight like them so far. So it'd be kind of nice to see them play around a mech or something like that and kind of push earlier to force fights.
Elder Titan not really the hero to be punishing with DS early on as well, and it's just something that Moon is generally comfortable with, so gonna help their lanes be stable, gonna allow perhaps Fly to rotate around early on, so definitely a stable.
These guys are also like they're like the, I guess you could say, the iconic Elder Titan pickers too, so like when they give it away, they can kind of know, hey, what do we feel is really good versus the Elder Titan, so maybe teams can learn from this series a lot as well.
Yeah, Jug doesn't have to fear too much from the Stomp. You have Darks here, who's your he's a natural pipe mech buy, so the order is kind of dealt with. You always feel pretty safe taking a fight with those two heroes. Also, you can sustain a push, you can hit buildings with the spin, your Jug, and a lot of heroes would be rather scared of getting stomped into ETL. So it makes going high ground a little bit easier when they kind of go confident.
I think it's going to be interesting to look at what OG are going to pick with the Darks here. Traditionally, they like the Invis heroes, the Crit Ricky, Earth Spirit. I think it's banned now, but there's so many different options for them, and seeing what they're going to do kind of dictates what their game's going to look like.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the Ricky is a big thing here. I think if they don't ban out the Ricky, they're going to have to deal with Darks and Ricky on bot lane. And they've got ET already, which means that their lane isn't going to be strong from the get-go. And it kind of means that they'll have to be playing scared with their support. So
the Oracle ban,
yeah, Ricky ban. I think the Ricky is
ban might suggest that they're playing a little bit more aggressively and deciding to actually lane there instead of just jungling Darks here. I know Moon is probably one of the least, one of the anti-proponents of Iron Talon. He likes to stay in lane, even if he dies a lot, he doesn't really care, so this Darks here kind of really suits him a little bit more aggressively.
Yeah, definitely so, and OG doesn't seem like they'll have all that much. I feel like they're the team that coined, at least perfected the Juggernaut on the high ground with the spin, the slow siege, the patient siege, so I think to Ryan's point as well, having the Ricky to open the vision to initiate for Moon rather than all the onus being on Moon's back to initiate the fights is paramount here. Also, of course, the silence against the point.
Well, the main idea behind the Ricky ban is basically Darkseer Ricky. You actually just have Darkseer and Ricky sitting in your lane with Iron Shots. And if you want to zone out the Darkseer, you have Ricky all the way to the Darkseer. There'll be a Ricky, and they can constantly follow you, chase you, search Ricky with wow, this is going to be anyway. So OG are going to go for the third pick. It's going to be some support, maybe SD.
Just the Lion.
Yeah, the Lion lane with Iron, please.
Number of stuns against Void. You have Darkseer, you have Jug. You need someone to stun that hero. If it's not your 5-star board, then they're kind of just out of heroes to do it. So
they always pick Lion with Jug as well. It's like they run around as two. They did it in the game versus us.
So it's one of their big go-tos. It's also very good versus the Void, as you mentioned.
And if you're absolute mechanical god, you can do vacuum and impale. That's seen like once a tournament.
See Mirana comes to favor a little bit for both these teams, more so they Fnatic, I would say, but OG have looked at it as well, and it's nice to counter-initiate into the Chronosphere necessarily.
I don't think Mirana has much of a place against Void, but maybe on Fnatic you could see them. Jug is kind of like once a pretty good against them.
See Mirana, OG has
there's Venge, there's Lion.
I think either one of them would be okay, even both of them were justified against Void DT. But I'd expect to see Lion, Mirana has much of a place against Void.
They have something prepared for this.
Yeah, no, they've rehearsed Jug.
This is what they actually do. A lot of the time when they play versus the other Titan, they have like obviously like this multiple forms of healing, and then of course Weave versus ET like later on in the stage of this game just completely counteracts natural order.
But I'd expect they might just pick SF now. Actually, like this is like those heroes.
Exactly what they did.
There are some criteria.
They did what they did against us, right? Just 5-man, follow max.
Alright. That's what lane is going to become absolute hell for Fnatic.
Covering their bases as well, having the Knuckles to ensure that the Shallow Grave is going to be there. Fnatic do pick up a combination though in their supports that can those arrows off quite a bit in the early game if he doesn't get a decent start. So I like that opening for them in that sense. Soul Catcher is also going to help out where they may lack damage a little bit early on.
Even Disruption Illusions on the Axe in the laning phase, those things are nothing to really ignore if there's creeps on them.
Well, So I think DC did this Darkseer Axe earlier against. Yeah, they did. They did it with Drow as well. They had Windrunner and Drow, and then what Fnatic did is they just picked up TB and Medusa, and they got an early advantage, and they just snowballed from there. Fnatic are gonna go for this Luna SD, which they've had success with before. It's almost impossible to defend high ground if you have like less than a tap. They did it with Drow as well. They had Windrunner and Drow, and then what Fnatic did is they just
trouble. That's a bit of a helper damage and boost to everybody.
Fnatic have to get a lot out of these lanes though, because what OG have is they have Darkseer offlane and Axe jungle, so over time they're just gonna have a higher gold income. And Fnatic have two of the most defensive supports you can ask for. Maybe ET can do a little bit of jungle invading, SD can roam a bit early, but when it gets later, when they hit their 6s, they're not really that useful compared to like a Lion or like an Earth Spirit, something like that. So OG kind of have a lineup where they could be punished by a more aggressive draft, but with their heroes being picked as late as they are, I think they're kind of confident with what they've got.
Secret was
SD can roam a bit early, but when it gets later, when they hit their 6s, they're not really that
Darkseer Axe more than anyone. They're running it almost every single game on Puppy, and
they do that. They do that against Tri-Lanes too.
Yeah, they were doing that.
So I think DC ran this earlier, and it was kind of it was okay. They stopped terribly from farming, but it wasn't like super convincing or anything.
Yeah, they had a Windrunner against the Medusa, and actually I don't think that's a particularly good matchup. And he kind of suffered because Windrunner doesn't fare well versus the Snake.
Yeah, we came out of the lane with a slight advantage, but he had precision on his side, so in general, and Mushi was just generally more influential across the map.
So I think my understanding of how
I like that.
And he kind of
my understanding of how the Darkseer Axe worked by Secret is you get like Battle Hunger level 1 and then get Ion Shell and just run at them. So I guess here if you have Shadow Demon, it's kind of weak, so disruptive. He's not actually gonna have healing, so it might be a little bit stronger. But then again, they have this 3-hero Luna tri-lane, so it'd be interesting to see if they're actually gonna go for an aggressive dual lane or if they're just both gonna jungle.
It was literally like either they did the super aggressive duel with the Battle Hunger, or Puppy just did like, you know, standard greedy Axe.
Oh no, what he did also, they did defensive tri-lanes, and Puppy would just pull with the other supports, and they would just sit in front of the enemy offlane, and Puppy would just be happy being level 3 at 5 minutes, because he would just go catch up.
So it looks like this game, if Void looks like he's offlaning.
Yeah.
So Dazzle, Juggernaut probably have some trouble against the Void. So
they need another. They need like another carry.
Stun.
Yeah, Void needs to play greedy in this game, though. I think.
Zeus, interesting. The new buff Zeus, 0.2 second lightning bolt stun.
Basically a spend stun.
Finding the Tinker, you know, it's just it's good versus that. It helps with the deep push, which they're kind of lacking a bit.
It's also really good with Axe because you have the ulti from anywhere on the map. He has a lot of burst damage to kill one hero. It's really good against the counter push. I think he'll probably kill the SD illusions very quickly. Not too sure. I haven't really seen that matchup, but
Luna's also fairly low HP, so Zeus is, you could say, like relatively good, but people go build like what Dragonlance and everything on Luna when he's picked, which is very rare.
I feel like OG maybe have a bit of a lack of a contingency plan though, and for that reason I feel like they're gonna go really greedy with the Axe and the Darkseer for that matter. If they don't have a good start, if that plan fails in the early game, I mean they're not really gonna be able to take it late against Mushi Tinker and a mid one Tinker and Mushi Luna.
The other option is Luna lanes, Luna SD. You just do a lot of right-click damage, and if Axe is jungling, if Darkseer is jungling, and they don't kind of spot this out at the very beginning, FNATIC could get free farm on Void, maybe get a level 2 advantage, and kind of win their lanes that way. So that's probably something that OG have to think about and really not consider, because if Void gets that extra few levels, it might make that 1v1 really hard.
And to Stan King's point, I mean, they're not really worried about losing farm on mid one in the mid lane. He's up against the Zeus. Zeus is not going to be able to deny creeps from you at the very least. So Tinker should have a good time in that respect and shouldn't be all that worried about rotations in.
I want to see how OG decides. Do they want to protect their jungle here completely, or what? Because FNATIC's move here is definitely to walk in there and at least put a little
bit for the 5-man smoke.
Yeah,
is that Miracle?
These guys buy their items so quickly. Yeah. They're all out of base.
This is definitely the right play there, though. They reckon, you know, of course, OG, they have 2 heroes that can just go to the jungle and...
That might be indicative of them playing more aggressive because they want to smoke into their jungle, get up wards, maybe play aggro tri-lane, stuff like that.
I think aggro tri-lane here would be a mistake. I don't see do.
Oh,
And protect it.
Miracle.
Miracle spots it up. They get the ward on the high ground, but the SD's just not in position for it. He does have boots though. He's gonna be able to get the stomp.
Yeah, beam into stomp, right?
He doesn't have beam.
They
They
went for
don't
Lunar Blessing for...
I think he's dead. There's no way he
Yeah, he
lives.
dies here.
Oh, poor Miracle.
So that's big. That's a first blood for the Tinker.
In already a lane where he would at least fare well, if not.
Yeah, they get their wards down as well. So one for vision and information, second one to block out the camp. That one should get dewarded though.
No, they blocked 2
They
camps.
blocked 2. Oh, okay, nice. Really nice
Pretty
from
big
FNATIC.
commitment.
Which is likely going to force Moon to perhaps linger in lane a little bit longer than he would have wanted to.
So who do you guys like better? I actually personally like FNATIC's
Yeah,
strat
I
better
agree.
this game.
I agree.
I think they still got to be really careful because Zeus and Axe are going to cause massive problems if they get a good start in the
If
first
they
few
get
minutes.
farmed, they definitely have the inclination to snowball.
Oh,
for
Moon?
sure.
No, Moon
this
does
time.
not click fast enough.
But I do like
Double bounty runs.
So this game, I think for OG, will be pretty much all on how much Crick gets because he is their only disable right now. So
Yeah.
And they have no other way to take advantage of the vacuum other than
yeah.
gas.
So this
Nope,
game,
he's got the pull. And they can't stop him.
no stuns. He just runs
Yep.
away.
He's
He's got
doing the
battle.
battle hunger.
Crit's had enough.
So I don't know what that means.
Is
for
that
him.
worth skilling the battle hunger?
I think with this lane, if he doesn't get battle hunger, the Void's just gonna free farm.
The Void's
So he's doing his best to zone him, but I personally think you just talent jungle.
Moon's probably.
They didn't get the block, but it doesn't matter
He
too
doesn't
much. I
have
think.
surge yet.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine, I think.
No level 2 on Luna. Oh,
Yep.
EJ? Okay.
Yeah, they didn't do the block. Basically, you can disrupt someone, and then if you
surround them.
all alt click around into the very center of the disruption, you will block him like 90% of the time.
Especially if he's next to a cliff of any means.
Or they have 3 heroes as well, so if they all
Yeah.
go from different directions, it's almost guaranteed.
Mhm.
But they didn't quite do that, so they lose that a bit. I don't think a kill matters too much. It only really hinders Moon. It will like delay a level, I think.
I think he used the south there. I couldn't really tell, but
Oh wow. No, he's just tangled up.
He didn't bring out a salve.
bring
He
out
started
salve,
with
okay.
some strange items actually.
He started with a stick because he assumed that it would just be ET pulling and Shadow Demon just sitting there with poison.
Yeah.
And he bought those items before the kill on Miracle happened. I think if he saw the kill on Miracle, he would have bought the he would have bought more regen. Just so he could
how
fight.
effective do you guys think this Axe battle hunger is?
So they actually
Oh.
do get him this time. That looked like it was a surround.
Yep.
Didn't get
Oh,
him.
yeah,
but
He was at like the 200 HP too,
Yeah.
right?
But with the Luna, they can kill him from almost full HP if they get us around, because the illusions lost a ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah. There's just not all that much room in the jungle too. With the camps block, with you wanting to perhaps prepare some stacks for.
Uh-oh.
Miracle though. Might get solo. Oh, he's just dead down here. He's just dead.
Yep.
Kill that
That's,
supports. That's
It's just the times like you pick a roamer and then you have this hero with no escape, and I don't know, he can get shut down very easily, and you kind of lose all your towers. And like the hero used to be like really good behind as well, but since the small nerfs sort of like adding up, he's really good whenever you're like on even footing or like ahead. But when he's behind, he's not near as good as he used to be, I don't think.
Yeah.
So now a lot of Moon's heroes are banned, right? Like Batrider's banned, Darkseer's banned, Beastmaster is gone, and then FNATIC takes Tidehunter when they have Disruptor.
Doesn't Moon play Faceless Void?
He does usually play their Void, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think No-Tail plays the Void very much.
I think that's an American thing. We're like...
I think it was like 2 months ago or something. 1 or 2 games.
I really like the SD third pick though. It kind of blocks off any Terrorblade. Like you can't pick Terrorblade into SD, otherwise you're basically just giving away the game. It's really good versus 2 of the heroes already. Disrupts the jog. It's
Once caught inside of it, you can only just like bail them out in a way.
There's also a lot of cores now that buy Diffusal Blade, and whenever you have a level 4 Disruption Illusion running at you with Diffusal Blade, it kind of just owns you.
Yeah.
It just feels like one of those cases where they like Ushric buffs the spell like Disruption again and again and again, and then suddenly people are getting purged and dying in like 2 seconds of their own illusions.
What was level 1 Disruption at one point? It was like...
Level 1 Disruption was like 30% damage, and the illusions lasted for like 6 seconds.
Illusions lasted... Now level 1 Disruption is 8 seconds or something, right?
Yeah,
it's like 60%, isn't
it's
it?
insane.
Really
It's insane, and it's super high
crazy.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah, you just max it by 7 now, and you just start killing people by yourself.
4th pick Ricky.
4th pick, Ricky.
It's really good versus Earth Spirit and Void, but
Oh, wow.
There you go.
they go for the SDTB themselves.
Yeah.
Is there a chance this is a middle TB? Do they play that at all? Probably not. It's
I
no
doubt
hero.
they're gonna do it, but well, I mean, if they feel that the mid matchup's gonna be easy, and then I think they could, but it's tied offlane, so I don't think that they're gonna be that worried about it. So you can just put a TB versus a Tide, and Tide can't really do anything. Because Anchor Smash is physical, TB has like 5 million armor, so they'll just put TB wherever it's safest. I think it's Miracle and No-Tail both play it, so
Yeah.
so you might see Miracle play it mid, but it doesn't really matter too much. They both play a very similar style on it.
So, who's if you were in this game and you were letting your draft do the thing, whose position would you rather be in right now?
I think OG have a much better time, I think.
Yeah.
Because they've already got, like, you have a Void against a Ricky Tide, I think. Void's just really good in this game. It's so impossible to Omnislash in this game. Are you gonna Omnislash the Terrorblade? Are you gonna Omnislash the SD? Are you gonna Omnislash anyone with the SD around? It's Ravaging is also really difficult because you have to be careful that it doesn't get disrupted with the disruption, or the Uspirit's gonna get away. You can get stunned from so far away. Ricky also, like, he has to kind of pressure Terrorblade in some way, otherwise they don't really have a way of dealing with him. But he's also got, like, he has to deal with Earth Spirit roaming on his mid, he has to deal with SD possibly saving anyone he goes on. It's just
So FNATIC's price saving and deciding if they want to put the Jug mid still, and deciding if they want to put the Jug short lane. So they are one of the teams that did do that approach versus the Earth Spirit.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of SCA teams, that's their counter to like Earth Spirit or anything, General Juggernaut or PL middle.
Yeah,
even like Nobbers and Invoker, just those two heroes just go middle no matter what.
Yeah, they're really, really hard to gank. SCA, that's the thing.
There's also heroes like Potom and stuff that are really hard to kill versus Earth Spirit.
I think though, if you're playing Earth Spirit versus Potom, it's actually, you just start going on him and you force him to leap, you force him to do this kind of stuff.
Early
and then
game
it makes the lane really, really hard.
Yeah.
Super long cooldown, They banned Death Prophet. So they...
Like, OG just realized they don't actually kind of care whatever FNATIC play. I don't think it matters too much to them now. They might ban... Zeus is already out, so... There's not really that much left, I think. They banned Zeus.
Smart. The Tinker into the Zeus into instant Tinker.
Yeah.
That's the best when you know what you want.
Pretty good Tinker game.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
This is...
So it looks like, I mean, we're all agreeing OG got what they wanted. Do you think FNATIC is getting what they wanted? And you're just more comfortable with OGs, or?
I don't think anyone wants to play against this draft, but...
Yeah, look, I mean, it just looks anti-fun.
As soon as the TB claim came out, it's like everything kind of like coming together.
Yeah. I know they're tinkering.
And then like you were mentioning how disruption, like the SD disruption illusions with the Juggernaut. Now he's gonna have to deal with SD disruption illusions and the reflection from TB in late game. Your own illusion kind of like kicks your own ass.
What's the damage? Like 120%.
120%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Oh, this is rough. So what does FNATIC need here? They know a Tinker's gonna be mid. They don't send Juggernaut versus Tinker, do they?
They need this Tinker to start off like 0-3, and then they need to start pressuring the Void. Like that's the only way they can do something. So they need some hero that can kill a Disruptor. Otherwise they're kind of screwed. I don't know.
I don't know. Nothing really seems that good here.
They go really outside the box, honestly.
How bad is Timbersaw here? Is he bad?
Timber's almost unplayable. Void and Tinker both destroy
Void,
him.
Tinker, Shadow Demon, Earth Spirit.
And that's like any hero you put there, though. They're just
Well, it's
I mean, yeah,
more
this
like
is just one of those
Timber
drafts
really
where
suffers
nothing
against-
is good.
Yeah. OG always pick the stuff, like, no matter what you want to pick, it always seems bad versus OG, so you always have to, like, kind of...
Ember
Oh.
Spirit.
It's not that bad.
It's okay. I mean, it's just real rough early on.
So which one is mid? Is it going to be the Ember mid?
I
think it's still the Jug mid, right?
It depends, because, like, do you want to make your top, like... I think it's about the top lane. Like, if they can zone the Void out and then punish him with Ricky, that's, like, the best thing they can do. But which one of the two is better at dealing with the Void, honestly?
And, well...
I think they're still deciding.
They haven't picked yet.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing yet.
They're like, damn, because Jug is decent versus the Void. Ember, same thing. They both do, like, that constant damage. They're obnoxious. Same thing with Disruptor versus it. But, yeah, okay, so it looks like the Jug might just be going mid. Mushi grabs it up.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure, because like Mushi plays the one role pretty much all the time, so it depends
point.
whether if they want the Jug to be farming more top or mid. I think in this game he farms more mid.
Yeah. Just have the Ricky like sit on him. Maybe right on that.
Man.
And we're in. We're off.
No TB. Oh wait, there we go. There's finally
yep.
TB go warded up middle.
It is the Ember
mid.
Yep. We'll see how this goes.
Have you guys ever used that strategy where I'm surprised people don't use it more with Ricky, where there's a ward, you have a ward, so you have like your middle player go middle with the Ricky next to him, and then you place the ward on the Ricky so they think you placed it on the hill.
Oh, we did that, didn't we?
That's actually super clever.
Bisa did that with BW
It's a Beatus taught me that.
That sounds like a Beatus play.
It is, yeah. Did it work for you guys? Did they try to counter and nothing was there?
I don't think any team noticed.
Oh, so
Yeah.
like I think in these games, like they might be like, oh, or they might think you're baiting. I don't know. I think it would work once, and then people would be like, all right.
That's super clever though. That's really funny.
It's a pretty cool play.
This should be an interesting matchup though. Yeah, middle is gonna be, I mean, Tinker favored, but you have the Ricky always just sitting on the Tinker a lot of the time.
Yeah,
Basically, Miracle's playing this mini game where he just doesn't. If he doesn't die in the first 7 minutes, gets soaring, and gets like level 3
jungle,
match, he's fine. Because you're always scared of SD saving someone. So there's a limit to how far you can go.
Yeah.
So early laning, and then he's golden, I think.
Maybe we see some nice Shadow Demon quad stacks with poison.
Yeah, 3-4-3 has to get it. There's no way he goes for this.
The battle begins.
I'm just saying, no, he doesn't. All right.
Double ward. Moon got top rune, I mean, as well.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Not
Wait,
ward.
he just
He
ran
just
in
walked
and
in
queued.
and
Just
jumped
walked in
out.
and queued.
Nice, nice.
That's the thing when you're versus, I guess, a Disruptor and a Ricky. I mean, he's not really that scared of anything.
Yeah, there's no stuns on the side of FNATIC till later on.
Yeah, that's huge.
Some people are just legendary speed clickers.
Well, yeah, so why didn't you go, was that you and Timbersaw? Why didn't you go Poor Man Shield? You went Quelling and...
I've tried going Poor Man and then like starting Q, Poor Man starting E, and like ferrying out a Quelling Blade. And like with Poor Man starting, you only have like 51 damage.
Yeah.
And so you end up just having like a really hard time last hitting. And very few heroes can zone you out of the lane if you have the E level 1. So I prefer just getting like Quelling Blade and starting E.
Yeah, it worked. I was just curious because you see a lot of people just Poor Man Shield, fair out of Quelling kind of thing.
I've been spamming it a bit, and I kind of decided, like, people go PMS, branch Fairy Fire, and I decided basically skip the Fairy Fire, just go PMS, and then Q start. Use Q to get the, like, 3 out of 4 CS, first wave, and then get yourself a Salve if you need it, and a Quelling. And then you have the PMS and Quelling, and you just kind of spam push out the lane.
Yeah.
And then it makes the first 4 minutes kind of easy.
We're still level 1.
He's gonna give him the right click. Ember's doing really good though, last hitting. That's all he has to do early, I guess. Try to build towards the not getting dominated mid-game versus Tinker.
Fortunately, Ember doesn't really have like he's got so long until he actually starts farming properly. Even if he does well in this lane, like even if he comes out this lane with like 70 CS on a kill, if Miracle.
Yeah.
Oh, SD, leave him alone. It's only a tide.
And yeah, I mean it's seemingly just gonna be.
Oh my god! If he had gotten a bash.
Yeah, he just dies there.
And you buy a bash.
That is something else.
We were mentioning how he's had some bad luck with his pubs, so maybe it's,
I'm surprised. Are you surprised he's in lane and not just Iron Talon jungling?
No, it's a really kind of weak lane early on.
So just go there, yeah.
Dual lane.
And now you get 20% from neutral killed. I don't know.
Neutral killed creeps.
Yeah, there you go.
So basically, if the enemy pulls hard camp or something, you will get 20% of the XP. So you'll get like 1 melee creeps worth.
You're like 5 experience swings.
So it's kind of underwhelming, but I guess it adds up if you can't really get anything at all.
Yeah, but with Iron Talon, there's not really a necessity.
Really
exactly.
He's getting good CS though. 7 CS in the off lane. He's doing a lot.
Even whenever they have really strong lanes, it's sort of just Moon's playstyle. Like he'll just run into the off lane and like even if he dies a couple of times.
No way, no way.
Dang. He got his bottle at least, but still, I mean, it's still rough, but it's definitely, if he didn't get it.
Imagine if he'd gotten laser off right before that second hit.
That would have been.
It was really close.
Yeah, his mid animation.
Well, that's always good. 3-4-3, good chicken pickup. Surprised he just brought it straight to him against an assassin.
Trying to see where OG's wards are.
I like this. He's bottle crung way back there.
Do we know?
G's wards?
Okay, they got 1 lane ward on bar.
Yeah.
Ricky's just running around with 2 sentries.
Oh, he's dead. More than likely. Oh, crit too, yeah.
Nope.
Oh, he has the early wand on Tide. Almost paid off too.
Miracle.
I think
no, they don't have Flame Guard, he's fine.
If Ember was level 4, he'd be dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mushi got a ranged creep tonight early in the lane. That actually saved his life.
Yeah.
And now
smack.
So decent start. They get first blood. Middle's not going too terribly for Tinker. Like you said, he hasn't died 3 times yet. And now Moon.
I love this.
Yep.
I mean, he has
such a low level. You can't follow him after like you.
Yeah.
Both of them having poor man shields as well.
Yep. My favorite lane is the Timbersaw lane versus Terrorblade.
You have to be careful.
Is Mushi dead?
Oh,
we can more healing. Oh gosh.
Good. He just went way too early. He could have waited 2 more seconds, then he would have been able to maybe live. But I still think he dies there. Because they have glimpse still. Like that was just.
He at least forced out a lot of mana, and the disruptor, like the Jurg doesn't have any spells, and he has no way of regenerating mana, so they can't kill him anymore. When he comes back to the lane, he can sort of do whatever he wants.
It's kind of fake though. He's like what, level 4, level 5, and he dies to that. He's gonna pump up the Jug in the disruptive levels.
Yeah.
I think the
Whoa!
That's
that is the worst thing that could happen.
He did the 3-2 build. He probably didn't expect that at all, did he?
Yeah.
He's just been lasering low HP creep, so you don't know what level that laser is.
He may have been like holding laser points and just like kept it at 2.
But I think you need to max laser against Ember because like laser is pretty much your only deterrent for Ember to die here. Because he's got Flame Guard up, so as soon as like Ember hits 5, he hits 6, he hits 7, like any one of these levels, he just gets much stronger. And Tinker on the other hand, like if he's just getting much, he just kind of stays the same.
Moon's going.
Oh my god! He actually got back-to-back bashes.
That's disgusting.
It was a tactical feat. He knew he was gonna get those 2 bashes.
Yeah, that was the payoff for the not getting bashes at level 1.
And then now he's when Jug comes back, he's just gonna be level 6 and have Chrono. And with shreds as well.
That was actually absurd.
That's so they've gone.
He did.
And then he just goes, oh, maybe I'll get this bash. Oh, and then he just. Jug fell over.
So they've gotten a kill in every lane without any rotations.
Yep.
That's
Moon's
pretty
dead,
good.
it looks like.
Moon's gonna go down.
He needs to queue before the smoke screen.
Time.
Die too, like when you're running away from there. Why don't you just side to the tower?
You wanna
carry.
I think you wanna make sure the disrupt doesn't get but that's about all you can do.
I think he was trying to make it into the trees and start like walking around calling
no mana on fly, but
gracious. It's not
gracious.
Yep, Miracle's gonna get quite fast boosted travel in this lane, and once that happens, I don't see a way that they kill him.
Can really stop him.
Because like Ravage is their only real way of dealing with him, honestly.
Ravage and like maybe a glimpse, a good time glimpse.
Hoping that your Ember somehow.
Yeah, the Ember has to like follow you. Like the Ember has to follow up on someone else. Because if the Ember just jumps in, then they'll disrupt. So
why are teams not worried about stacks? Like I've noticed, like with the games we were casting with you guys, you or OG didn't really stack anything, even though you had stack clears. Is it just so you're more worried about the lanes?
I think everyone was pretty concerned with how the lanes would go.
Oh, and
he's just
got Chrono though.
Oh, if he got the disrupt today, he would have just killed him.
Smash him 4 times in a row.
He might just die here.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
Chop. Nice.
Well, FNATIC are getting a lot of this top lane, and Moon's just kind of. I think if he just went to jungle or just like played safe after the first,
after
the super bash, yeah.
After the super bash. I'm alright with calling it that.
I don't think it matters too much though. Like he doesn't need to do a lot of damage. He just needs to like be in the right place at the right time.
But there's a big difference between a Void that starts off 1 and 3, who maybe gets a kill on support or something like that, or the carry, and a Void who gets the kill and then stays 1 and 1 and is level like 9 at 11 minutes or something, and then he just starts farming lanes and you can't stop him.
Yeah, it's definitely bad, but I think there are games where it would be worse to die like that.
Obviously.
I just closed my eyes and your voice sounded just like Zai's CC.
Is that a compliment?
I think it is.
Does my hair look like
I didn't notice that, but it really does actually when you speak softly. So
Right, when you speak softly.
Get the power kill and he's dead now.
So, was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Well, he didn't deny it.
At what cost?
He tried.
But at what cost?
It's like never worth it.
Yeah,
Even if
like-
you get the deny, it's not worth it.
You don't think?
Yeah, because the deny is worth like maybe 400, 500, right?
Yeah.
And a kill at that point, you're giving AoE, gold, and XP to 3 heroes, so it's gonna accumulate.
So we need to do the math and then decide.
Well,
Maybe if you're like super low level, it's worth it. But
yeah, if
majority
Darkseid was like
low.
if Darkseid was like level 2 or something, and he gave away 235 gold or something, that would have been worth it. But
So you're saying never is it good to deny and then die?
Pretty
Tier
much.
one.
Pretty much.
I think that's a big thing. A lot of players are like, well, I got the deny, it was worth it. You heard, like, that's how people...
It's alright, maybe if you bait like an ultimate or something.
Yeah,
like,
and
I guess
then push a different
they
one.
forced meta.
yeah,
I mean,
It's sort of like the bounty rune mentality. It used to be worth it to sometimes to take
Experience
the
and
rune.
gold, yeah.
It is never worth it now to die for the bounty rune ever.
People argue with that. No matter how much... They'll argue with Sumail, with Miracle, with Mushi, that it is worth it. You'll
Basically,
never win that battle.
if you get the rune yourself and you die, it's always
worth
worth
it,
it. But
yeah.
if someone else does it, no, they're an idiot.
never worth it.
Why are you losing the game, yeah.
So Miracle's closing in on Soaring. I'm just trying to figure out a way that this Jog can like turn his advantage into actually zoning out heroes from OG.
They killed Moon again, and he didn't even have to use Omni Slash, so I guess
That's
pretty good.
Yeah, Moon's inventory just looks a bit ugly right now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't look very good.
It's just, that's
He's
mine
just
here
1
and
and
there.
4 with max bash.
He's ready for his Hedris and his Basilius, but just
Yeah.
not quite there.
Mushi's been given a little bit of space. He's still a bit behind.
Skip his boots of travel, I didn't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got boss and almost soaring.
Bots before Soul. Oh, yeah, I guess most people do that now.
I think you go soaring if you do the March build, but
Yeah,
with
'cause
the
it-
laser.
yeah, rocket, yeah.
First you guys, he did the March build, and
Yeah.
I want to say he went bots first too.
He went soaring.
Oh, he did
No,
go
he
soaring.
went- he went
Okay,
soaring.
cool. Alright.
He had
Yeah.
soaring bots quite quickly, I remember that. I was like,
Oh.
that's a problem.
It was like 9-10 minutes or
It's
something.
a smoke
Yeah.
against the smoke, but
Yeah, but Tinker
Dire's
versus Timber is
bottom.
basically a free lane.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you did the best you could, CCT. There was no more you could have done. Sometimes that guy just decides he needs to farm.
Mm-hmm.
Raindrop.
What a stupid item.
Yep, you just become immortal for the first 5 spells.
Yeah, and you were talking about it, doesn't it? Gives you more mana regen than a Ring of Aquila.
It is
Oh, yeah.
more.
Yeah, it's more. It's
Not
0.8,
the
isn't
same,
it?
it's
And
more.
Aquila is like 0.6, 0.7, if you include the intelligence.
That's good.
And yeah, Raindrop. If you have Raindrop Aquila on TV, you can just meta and pop illusions off cooldown, basically, which is perfectly balanced and fun.
Clear to trade tier 1s, it looks like. That's good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So what you're saying is you don't like any of the new items. Iron Talon, Raindrop.
Tome of Knowledge?
Tome of
legit.
Knowledge is alright. The rest of it, it just doesn't. I don't really
Doesn't
like it
feel
so
like
much.
Dota to you?
Yeah,
I don't like Tome in concept, but in practice it's fine, I think.
I just always feel it's really underwhelming. Like I've never really seen a situation where like, oh, this tome has won me the game because I got finger. It's always like, I'm gonna buy it when I'm level
When I
11.
have gold and have
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna buy it because
Some people buy it just to get over the level 11 barrier because it just always feels awful.
Oh, the 2200 experience in the
Yeah,
next level is
that was-
800.
Whoa.
Oh, he's
God.
out of it. He's
That
out
was
of it.
so poorly timed, unfortunately.
maybe. Yeah, there's got no damage.
Moonshell's dead.
Yeah, the meta just ran out.
Oh, he messed his ult.
Moon, are you alright?
He went
Cool down out.
Is
Uh,
I
he-
the wrong
He
tree.
hit the wrong tree. yeah.
What's his cooldown?
He just doesn't have Q.
1 second.
Oh, that's
Almost.
Yeah, if he ate the right tree and ran deeper, he might have.
No tail
He had a
no tail
very
lived
small
though.
chance of it.
Yeah.
They tried to kill both and
The
didn't get no
important thing
tail.
is terribly got out, really. Like, Moon at this point, like,
We
he's
know
already
he's
died
fine.
quite a bit.
He's a walking
so-
chrono.
I think
He's still farming. Like,
Yeah, he's still-
He's higher net worth than the Tide.
Yeah, he's still farmed, mate. Mid one's gone for Yasha. I don't know if he's gonna go Battle Fury or like Diffusal. I think he needs to go Battle Fury in a way just to keep up, otherwise if he doesn't get a few kills he's gonna be really far behind. Because the way like OG were playing Jug is they were just buying Blink Dagger at him and he just goes in. He farms, but like his main priority is just to find whatever core he needs to jump on and just stay on them. So he didn't really need to go Battle Fury, he didn't really need to do any of that.
He went Soul Ring.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
went
he
Soul
did go
Ring,
Soul Ring.
Diffusal. That was the build.
Soul Ring Yasha Diffusal. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had the casual.
And he was just staying off the map and just being ready to catch people out.
Yeah,
oh,
uh-oh.
DJ.
Zebra flexion.
Going Midas. Is that a Midas recipe? Is that what I saw?
Yep.
Huh.
DJ
The
does not have
FY.
TP.
The FY build, right?
They know he doesn't have TP.
Yeah, he's real dead.
But Orange doesn't really care.
Yep.
They find a pick on Crit in the jungle.
Yeah.
Now they've just gone, huh, we saw him running here, he doesn't have a TP.
Oh! Well, here
Oh,
it
the
comes,
Warriors
but-
undefeated.
Oh, this could go very... Oh.
Yeah.
Well, at least he tried.
Yeah. Did he get his TP? That's the biggest question.
I don't think he did.
No.
Not.
Nope, just flying back.
Oh.
Well, they took a good amount of time.
Yeah.
The TB took a bit of time, Tinker took a little bit. They got some lane pressure, Juggernaut pushed bottom lane in all the way, they got a kill in the jungle. So, not the worst for Fnatic.
I could see
there.
Fly dying here. If they just go now, they might kill it. If they just follow up.
They're not going? Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Cloud.
That's good.
Void as well.
Yellow.
Wow. Okay, and they're
Yellow?
TPing in here.
That was brave.
Listen to you shooting lane to your pub game. Yellow, what are you doing?
Did he think they just weren't gonna have anything when he TP'd
Yeah,
in?
I think
or?
that he just assumed that they weren't gonna
Did Tide
do
show?
what they did.
No, I don't think
No,
Tide
Tide
showed.
didn't show, but you have to assume he's there, right? Because there's no way they show 4 heroes without having Tide there.
That was nice by Fnatic then.
It's going Blink instead of the mech, too. First
Oh,
item
wow.
Blink on Tide.
He doesn't mess
I
around.
like that.
That's cool.
I've always liked that though. For me, it's not situational. You just got to be a man, you know.
So
His positioning in the fights is super important for
Yeah.
Fnatic, so...
Terrorblade's gonna stack with his illusion one last time, and then he's gonna summon another one, maybe clear the hard camp and then take it.
He's got to catch whatever.
He's gonna
hero
get
he
up
wants
to
blow
Manta
up.
fairly quickly. Yeah, he's gonna go grab the Arcane Rune. Or not.
I thought he would. I think...
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I thought he was gonna give it to the TB.
Yeah, it would make way more sense for the TB just to walk up and take it and then use that to take the stack.
I guess they were saving it, maybe trying to save it for Miracle so they could
Look
fight
at
with
it.
it or something. I don't know.
I'm not quite
That's
sure.
what it looked like they were
But
doing.
they're gonna use mana for this tier 1 and then try and finish off the stack with the rest of it.
Objective gaming, I like it. Their lanes are in good positions. There's no point to farm ancients. They might as well put pressure with with meta up and Ravage on cooldown.
They have vision of the void. You might be able to kill him with the cloud.
They have to commit too much. They don't have Ravage to bail them out if they commit too hard.
Yeah.
Midas Disruptor, he's gonna go farm for a bit.
Oh, went for the nine. Didn't get it this time.
Almost.
OG really like creating the situation where they just have one big hero hitting a tower and then the rest of them just like spread out around him, and you just can't go on the guy. They always go for this whenever they do a push strat, whenever they do like Miracle supporting no-tail farming.
Even when they had the that Slark game where they didn't really have a tower hitter, you saw the way they were positioned. It's like the Slark would hit the tower once, all 5 of them are like spaced in completely different positions.
He would walk up, hit the tower 3 times, bounce back, Shadowblade in, hit the tower 3 times, bounce back, and then repeat this process to infinity.
They did that all. They've done that all 3 games so far.
Yep.
Oh yeah, in the game where SFS had
SF's got a
Miracle
Shivas.
just had a Shivas and a Manta, and he was just doing like 20 damage because they tower had each
armor,
other.
yeah.
But they were patient. They had the time, so they just sat there. hit
Patience,
after
pretty good
hit.
thing to have.
Yeah.
Well, how farmed is the Tinker right now?
He's got Blink, working
now.
on Aetherlance. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
boy.
pretty farmed.
Yeah, he sure is.
I don't know if he's gonna go Axe this game. It doesn't seem like a very good Axe game. I think he just go. I think he got Bloodstone straight after Aetherlance.
Bloodstone into just the Dagon.
Yeah.
Bloodstone.
Or
Dagon.
I was gonna say Hex, but Hex is kind of
Hex.
obsolete.
Yeah.
I always feel that if you go like an early-ish Hex on Tinker, it always feels kind of underwhelming unless you immediately get like a few pickups with it.
I don't think Hex is that good this
Yeah.
game for OG.
I don't think Hex is what, like, Hex Tinker isn't actually what it used to be, because if you go Hex, you kind of feel obligated to, like, you go, okay, I've got a Hex, but they're focusing me, I need to buy some other defensive item or something like that. A Tinker with just full damage, who you have to worry about, is way more scary.
Yeah. Oh, no, might actually get gone on here. They need to wait for the bots. They need to wait for the bots, remember.
Yep.
Oh,
that was over the trees, yeah.
That's a big kill.
Nice, Moon, he's back.
Yep, and No Tail actually didn't push up too far, so he's safe. And he's gonna go the Radiance build. Okay, we haven't seen this in a while.
Huh.
Does Visa do this one?
He hasn't done it in a long time. When TV first came out, we were just like, okay, this is a Radiance hero. Visa started going like Treads, Aquila, Yasha into Radiance, and he would get like 15 minutes, and then he would win quite a few games, but then he decided Radiance isn't worth it, you farm fast enough anyway, and then he started doing the normal build. And I don't think he's done the Radiance build in like years.
That's nice. What is it now? AoE 17% evasion?
70% evasion, I think. AoE 50 damage now, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's back to where it used to be a long time ago, and it was super good.
A long time ago, it was 8%, I think.
8%, yeah.
Well, but it used to be,
it
used to be 20%, then it moved down a lot. It used to be a lot.
It used to be 65 damage as well.
Yeah, the one I remember is the 65 damage a second with 8%.
65-8 was for...
That was for the farming.
That was for quite a while, I feel like. That was for like almost 2 years.
Didn't they remove
that was back when I played.
They removed the miss for a while after or before that. Yeah, I don't know. That item gets changed a lot. I think it's in a good spot now.
That was before I was even in high school. That was... I can't even remember.
So before any of us were.
Oh, man. I was still a wee lad. When did you guys start playing Dota? How old? What age?
10 years old.
Oh, I'm thinking, hang on. I was like 13?
13. I was like...
Bear in mind, this is 4 years
before.
ago.
In Dota 1, it was like when it came out, but Aeon of Strife was when I was like 8 or 9, maybe
Aeon
7.
Of Strife, yep, the Aeon of 7 Gods, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, Aeon of 7 Gods.
Yeah, that's crazy. All our lives just slowly being wasted here while we're sitting on a couch catching this game.
15 years of Dota.
Oh my god, okay. When Dota 2 first came out in the beta, alright, I was like, I really want a beta key. So I tried to get one, couldn't get one for ages. So I played League of Legends just to try and fulfill the craving, didn't work. Yeah. So I downloaded SC2 and played the main Dota like mod on that mod. And that was so the Storm of the Imperial Sanctum. That's what it was called. It was so bad.
Brian even chimes in. Brian's like, it was terrible.
It was bad.
It was so awful. But I just really wanted to play it. And obviously, I didn't get it for a while, so I just played SC2 Mafia until I could actually get my beta game.
You weren't a Honor?
Really no, I never played Hon or...
Good for you.
Taking my hit Honors.
Everyone in the UK plays Dota 2 though.
Look at all the Hon players in this game right now.
There actually are. Quite a lot.
A lot of FNATIC and... No, I mean OG.
Well, old FNATIC.
Yeah. Old FNATIC, OG, yeah, exactly.
Make things nice and confusing for everyone.
Yeah, they were dominant in Han. If you want to talk about dominant, I think we talked about it a bit. They literally did not lose a LAN game for like 3 years or something crazy like that. No Tail, Fly.
Some of my UK friends who played Hon competitively back in the day, they keep going about, oh, we took a game off FNATIC, we were really, really good.
Can they prove it?
They can actually, yeah. They posted the link of like the Ghosty Gamers page. I was like, oh, you actually did. Well done.
You did it.
Good job.
Now they're like 4K in Dota, so...
I mean, you take what you can get.
Sometimes things just don't transition.
It's like the third smoke gank we've seen. I think they need to work this out, but I think Jug is...
silence. And...
Oh my gosh! So, what happened there? Spirit flew past, completely missed.
They're gonna take this fight
He
now.
got the silence while rolling, but then he didn't get the stun.
Oh, No Tail spots him out though. Wait,
whoa. The Radiance.
I think OG...
Dude, the Radiance burn taking off his blink on Tide is so good
OG got out, that's really good by OG.
I think that was him.
After missing
Damn, he's still going in?
So that could have been really, really bad.
Could have been.
OG salvaged that pretty well.
That was No Tail. I think he accidentally went back in, but I think it literally caught the smoke when he did that, and it just saved him right there.
He clipped the Jug on the lip of the smoke.
Yep. And then the Radiant stopped the Tide from blinking forward.
What's happening here? Yeah, Bushi just can't. Once he lasers and you have no more Flame Guard, you just have to get out.
He's getting Battle Fury very soon. Is in 200 gold.
Yeah,
not bad.
I'm just working
Him and
out,
Juggernaut have farmed a lot.
Yeah.
He has okay timing. He's getting he doesn't have that much presence, like, he doesn't have that many places to farm though, because they're getting kind of pressured, and his whole team is farming. Like, everyone but the Ricky's farming. Like, the Tides items, he's almost got his Aghanims. Disruptor's getting on his way to his Aghanims as well.
It's one of those kind of awkward games for Jug though, because Jug doesn't really have a concrete way of just outright killing anyone in this game. Because of the SD and the Void. So he basically has to just farm, and just kind of reach a critical mass where people have to be worried, like, oh god, it's a really farmed Jug. And that's just about it, really.
Wow, Rhyme, I see why Toby chose to cast with you. You're so smart.
Oh, did he?
Didn't you? You cast
I
with
didn't
Toby.
cast with Toby. No, I casted with OD Pixel. He just called me up. Was like, "Hey, run me on a cast." I was like, "All right."
Wow, even more of an honor, OD. You know,
Yeah.
such a rising star in the scene. Owen. Oh. So do you like the? No, wait. So no one has a mech on FNATIC, right?
Nope.
And he's going Axe on Tide. I like that though, but it's kind of interesting. I guess because they're. I don't know why they don't have it. Anyone have a clue? They just don't think they need it.
Well, he almost died in the march.
There's no way he dies though. Yeah, it's like, it's a lot of damage. Like, you can't actually farm with Flame God at all. It's really, really awkward for Mushi because you can't even stay there for the full creep phase. So Miracle's like following him around. It's kind of awkward.
Maybe he felt he needed the blink to be starting the fights, and then afterwards it's like mech's too late, right?
Yeah.
I was trying to think about it for you.
What? So the people who have, actually it's kind of funny because the banners or the things on the top, what are those called?
Pennants.
The pennants, the FNATIC people, that was TI2 or TI3?
It was
so
TI2.
The FNATIC that are on OG, people bought them for, and now they're playing against them.
Yeah.
That's pretty memes if I've seen it.
It is pretty mean.
It's definitely up there.
Why does Biza have memes in his name? Is that a story or?
He just wanted to put something for his profile down.
Why is his name Bean then?
Beans. Or whatever.
Bean means.
Because like we just call him the Bean or Bean because that's his last name. Or the Beano.
Oh, okay.
It's just like
Cool.
so you sure you can call him.
A little bit of a story, not really.
Yeah, I found it very interesting.
I'm learning a lot on this couch.
Yeah, you guys are like pretty smart, not Mensa level, but
Oh,
Yeah.
should have brought Stan, honestly. Stan's the only smart one I'd ever saw.
nah. What? Come on.
He's the only smart one here, let's be honest.
In the whole thing.
Yeah,
Look at this. Look at this.
Dude, this is the TV, the 20-minute push. It's pretty great.
Cloud.
The Delta split.
Oh,
Marines.
gosh.
I don't even interrupt him. But he's still
He
dead.
doesn't have his.
He doesn't have sun.
Oh, he does! Wait, why'd he get on that? Well, he got it.
Oh, there was no one there.
That's right, yeah.
The Tinker just got a
Ravage hit 4 or 3, but
Alright, good game.
there's no one
Oh,
alive.
good game, yeah, he's gonna kill Nozel.
That brings them, I mean, it makes it so they can't push. That's good.
Shame on you.
That one kill.
Tinker went Aghanims.
You know what the best part? They probably would have taken that Rax if TB could buy back and TP in, but now that nerf's actually like reasonably big in situations like that, he won't have Metamorphosis anymore.
I don't think they would ever buy back TV and just go for that. That's not.
But if they did, they could do it.
They can't do it.
Exactly. I think that's a pretty big nerf.
I think
thought that was
the
one
main
big-
thing about it is it's not so much the buyback, but it's more just roshing. You don't just automatically win when you get a rosh in like 25 minutes or like TB +1.
What's the cooldown?
Time lapse. Oh, no.
He doesn't have a TV, he's not like cliff for a while.
Did he manta down?
No,
I think,
he's-
yeah, he did.
Oh, what? That's a clapping situation. I've seen one, huh, guys? So they get a.
He's getting marched to death.
He really is. He's got the heal. Oh, the not cat ward.
Goodness.
He's just sliding to stay alive.
The non-cat
I
ward.
hate that cat ward more than anything I hate in the world. I hate
I
a
just
lot
love
of
that it
stuff.
was sounding this.
I think that's what Grant hates.
I just hate
just
it.
love it.
Honestly, right now, if I just left, I wouldn't. I don't care, whatever. Oh, he went for the steal, but they don't have enough DO. He's dead.
Oh! He got the last hit. He got the last hit,
You
actually.
got it.
Hey.
Wow.
No ages, but definitely the last hit on the
That's-
rush.
Nozel's just
Well, I
running
mean,
in.
they killed the Aegis. That was really, really good.
Wait, they killed the Aegis?
They killed, yeah.
Like, they killed him.
Mid one. Like,
Oh, they killed him.
yeah, sorry.
Oh, he just.
Noto doesn't get Thunder off, though. But Miracle is cleaning up.
killed everyone.
Oh boy, that dude's dead too.
So,
Yep.
That's the dead dude.
Yep.
That
Yeah,
illusion.
yeah,
The
the
illusions are ridiculous.
Disruption.
Disruption.
See, this is you guys shut down Miracle reasonably well, and then No Tail carried him. This feels like the opposite. They're like kind of shutting down No Tail now, but they always have that plan B, and I think that's where OG super succeeds at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Ricky was able to get the bottle kill, but besides that, he's not really able to do anything in this game.
Yeah. And Moon's 1-7 right now, but he still feels like he has an impact. I mean, you can see he died in lane. He missed that one chrono, but like,
Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. Like, all he has to do really is if the game progresses like this, they get the tier 2s, they start sieging a tier 3. He chronos Ember, Ember dies. That's almost it. Like, they don't really have any counter apart from Tide Axe after that. Or he chronos the Tide and they don't have a Ravage while the Terrorblade just walks in.
So scary versus OG's lineup too. It's like even if the TB is like out of position, you get the TB. There's so many forms for OG to like save him. It's like okay, the Chrono's there, the Disruption's there, but then also the Tinker's just gonna be nuking the crap out of you in the back line.
Yeah.
Illusion Rune here. Oh no.
I feel like they need to nerf the bouncy range of the laser a little bit. It's so much.
It doesn't get upped by Aether Lens at least, but
Yeah.
It's
still quite large.
I think if it wasn't as big as it was, it wouldn't be viable though, almost.
I don't know, like,
I think I'm okay with it.
But the fact that Eggs upgrades 2 things is the one thing that kind of like is weird to me. It upgrades the rockets and the laser, like in a massive manner. And that hero's already gets buffed because of the int changes, you know, like a couple patches ago you get damage amplification from extra int.
What is it, like 1% for every 16 int? Right?
Yeah, something like that. But, you know, it does.
It adds up in late.
It does add up, yeah. He's already sitting
If he's
at
getting
like
any
5%.
all
He's
these
got
buffs,
the Ether Lens as well, so he's like...
Wait, which one you said he wasn't going to get Ags this game?
He's got 10% spell damage.
I can't remember.
Was it you?
So,
Okay.
someone said...
Well, you'll get it right. Oh, well.
I think we both said it was.
Yeah, we both said it was unlikely.
Oh, he got the purge off though.
Oh my god, he's dead!
Oh my goodness.
Now they're gonna kill him.
oh my.
Rockets. Yeah, this is a pretty good fight. No kill got triple kill.
Triple kill.
That Radiance Burn got the kill there.
Yeah, it did.
Some good stuff.
Plan.
The problem is, so Disruptor's going Aghanims, but they don't have a BKB buyer on. Is they just doing it for the little bit of extra damage, or he's just what else to get? It doesn't seem.
I don't
I
know.
can't really think of a reason why like TB won't Manta, he won't like do a ridiculous amount of damage, and you stop him from getting most of his
You
damage.
increase duration during it, but
Duration's good because I mean the
But then you also have to think, is there any other item that's going to be like better?
a game changer
Really?
kind of thing, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there's not really any good items for him
what's
to
the
get.
next best thing?
Yeah.
Force Glimmer instead of the egg.
yeah, but then
You're
even
right,
that is that really like gonna
gonna
end
be
the
so
game?
insignificant.
I don't think anything's
I think
At
the
this
Ags is
point,
good.
I think like Disruptor's going, okay, I need to actually do something kind of big, because he's not really able to do that much. Like he killed Noxal in the fight at Roche, with the ulti glimpse.
Yeah.
But he got wiped by Tinker, so he feels like he must kill him by himself almost. Because I don't think Noxal's sitting on like 2k HP right now, right? He's got Skadi, Manta, 2.3. He's got SMY, not even Manta. He doesn't need Manta. He's got the Shadow Demon.
Uji has taken a pretty big lead here.
That was really close for a while.
Yeah, and then it just
Yeah, it skyrocketed.
I think that top fight when they killed him and then took like 2 towers in a row.
Yeah.
Kind of hurt him. That's the TV effect.
It's crazy too, like Mushi, Stop Urge.
What do you think? Yeah.
Right. Zapped.
527. Yeah, I saw that. That's a lot of damage laser. Oh.
Soul Catcher. Yeah.
Yep, Moon's just got his BKB in a blink. He's avoid.
All he has to do is, yeah,
He's
he's
gonna
pretty
take
much
that
playing
away
with
from
crit. They're both just trying to pick people up who can get away. That's all they have to do.
Ags.
So we haven't even seen like really a big team fight in this
Like
game
a
either.
giant
It's just like
rabbit.
little like skirmishes, but
Somebody
it's
gets
just,
caught.
like, people just die so quickly in this fight because of the Tinker.
Yeah.
If anyone this gets out of position just dies instantly.
Yeah.
Terrorblade is killing people in 2 seconds, Tinker even faster.
Yeah, now he's Scotty, so he's
just
not going to
waiting
die
there.
anytime.
And then how Reflection lasts what? It's 5.5 at max level and it gives vision, right?
Yep.
So you can just keep firing rockets that whole time while people are Reflection. That's pretty absurd.
Didn't think of that. So smart.
I mean, I was thinking about it, like, Reflection's probably the most ridiculous spell that I've been thinking about in a while. So.
Like the people like
the,
underrated for so long, I think.
The other game they picked Tinker. They had sort of a similar thing. They had Slark or whatever, so they have all this night vision.
And they had did they have
They
the
had
ET?
ET Beastmaster as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just have all this vision, so they can always get quad rockets.
The main thing that I saw that happened in that game was Beast was going like, oh, I'm going to take this stack, and then you just see Miracle just TP in, like, they run up 4 heroes into range, as Miracle TPs behind, starts putting marches down, and then if you even want to get in, you have to clear out the area. Because you don't know if they've warded, you don't know what they're going to do.
Yikes.
Yeah, the Jug gets lasered tanks the illusions for like 3 seconds, gets lasered, has to go all the way back to base, almost dead. And this is
Jug
weird.
has to go Blink in this game, but like, if he does, he has it. Yeah, like, as a result, like, he doesn't have his next item, he doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not his fault,
the,
it's just really
The
hard.
patience you were talking
They
about.
do one thing and
Oh, and then the smoke is broken by Moon.
oh gosh.
That's also really low risk, he's got his BKB. Although, do they have a Hex
They
on the
still
Disruptor
gonna
right
fight
now?
this? They're still
Yeah, they
there.
have.
Yeah, they have
Yeah,
X.
right. So that was a bit of risk there, but...
And no, the one thing is just OG have a gem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they should. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I think they had it for a while. I just didn't get a chance to look.
Looking pretty dire.
Yeah, before the dire.
Hey.
With dire tide.
Get me out.
There you go.
Did anyone actually like Dire Tide here?
No.
No.
Alright, cool.
Oh, I've got a few friends who made quite a lot of money from the first round. In the first diatype, they made like...
Oh yeah.
They got a few platinum or golden baby roaches.
Yeah,
and
that
then in the second one, I know people got the platinum baby roche.
That was like the 1437 stack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
I
number
don't really play with Aoi. They all have like a billion platinum
And
Rochons.
there's Supercell stack as well. Those guys got a fuck ton of them.
Yeah.
Like Sunken.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah,
you
the
play it all you want.
Sunken squad, they all have platinum.
Sunken all has platinum. Oh, Chrono coming in on 2, and yeah, oh my goodness.
It's winning my game.
It's they can't get into the fight. It's impossible.
Oh, there's no platinum. That is?
Yeah.
Oh wait. Could he do it?
Oh, the Omni Slash has just hit no tail and he's
Cancel the GG.
400 HP.
Are they gonna bring him down before? They got him.
Yep.
That's a 5-minute team wipe. So, would you guys say...
So this looks like the OG just...
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. FNATIC's turn to pick.
Elder Titan.
Dire team pick.
Welcome back, guys. Summit 5, FNATIC, OG, 2 Fogs on the couch. Switch up panel members a little bit here. Fun and Sam as well. And alongside Rhyme, who was here for game 1. So guys, what did you think of that first game? Did you feel like it was at all a FNATIC draft issue? I mean, they went with pretty much comfort picks on all their players, but it just seemed like OG were able to overwhelm them throughout the mid game.
I think it was pretty much a draft issue. There were some play issues with maybe miscommunication between the Ricky and the Ember, but I'm not really quite sure if it was entirely draft based, but yeah, it was difficult.
Yeah, it did seem like OG had a bit of the edge. We are into the draft though, guys. Couple picks in here. This is going to be game 2, upper bracket, so not too much on the line in terms of at least elimination, but OG with that all-important 1-game lead.
Yep. This is a bit of a switch up. This is OG's first game actually on Dire, so they've been Radiant every single game except for this one. So they're changing it up a bit right away. As you see, Moon's heroes are still being prioritized to be banned by the opposite team that they play versus, so Batrider, Beastmaster gone, and this time they do go for his Darks here.
Yeah, it's kind of nice seeing OG pick up the Darks already, because I don't usually see them play that many team fight so far. So it'd be kind of nice to see them play around a mech or something like that and kind of push earlier. Yeah. Force fights.
Elder Titan not really the hero to be punishing the DS early on as well, and just something that Moon is generally comfortable with, so gonna help their lanes be stable, gonna allow perhaps Fly to rotate around early on, so definitely a stable open.
These guys are also like they're like the, I guess you could say, like the iconic Elder Titan pickers too, so like when they give it away, they can kind of know, hey, what do we feel like's really good versus the Elder Titan, so maybe teams could learn from this series a lot as well.
Yeah, Jug doesn't have to fear too much from the Stomp. You have Darkseer, who's a natural pipe mech buyer, so natural order is kind of dealt with. You always feel pretty safe taking a fight with those 2 heroes. Also, you can sustain a push. You can hit buildings with the spin with Jug, and a lot of heroes would be rather scared of getting stomped into the ET ult. So it makes going high ground a little bit easier when they kind of feel confident.
I think it's going to be interesting to look at what OG are going to pick with the Darkseer. I think traditionally they like the Invis heroes, the Crit Ricky, Earth Spirit. I think it's banned now, but there's so many different options for them, and seeing what they're going to do kind of dictates what their game's going to look like.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the Riki is a big thing here. I think if they don't ban out the Riki, they're going to have to deal with Darkseid Riki on bot lane. And they've got ET already, which means that their lane isn't going to be strong from the get-go. And it kind of means that they'll have to be playing scared with their supports. So
I think the Oracle ban.
Yeah, Riki ban.
Oracle ban might suggest that they're playing a little bit more aggressively in lane.
Yeah,
and
I was going to comment that too.
deciding to actually lane there instead of just jungling Darkseer. I know Moon is probably one of the least, I don't know, one of the anti-proponents of the Iron Talon jungle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He likes to stay in lane, even if he dies a lot, he doesn't really care, so this Darkseer kind of really suits him.
Yeah, definitely so. And OG, it doesn't seem like they'll have all that much. I feel like they're the team that coined, at least perfected, the Juggernaut on the high ground with the spin, the slow siege, the patient siege. So I think to Rhyme's point as well, having the Riki to open the vision to initiate for Moon rather than all the onus being on Moon's back to initiate the fights is paramount here. Also, of course, the silence against the Void.
Well, the main idea behind the Riki ban is basically Darkseer Riki. You actually just have Darkseer and Riki sitting in your lane with Iron Shells. And if you wanna zone out the Darkseer, you'll have Riki all the way to the Darkseer. There'll be a Riki. And they can constantly follow you, chase you, search Riki with Cloud is going to be really bad. So, OG, you're going to go for the third pick. It's going to be some support, maybe SD.
Probably
again.
just the Lion. They're not gonna
Yeah, Lion is probably the safest, actually.
the number of stuns against Void. You have Darkseer, you have Jug. You need someone to stun that hero. If it's not your 5 support, then they're kind of just out of heroes to do it, so.
They always pick Lion with Jug as well. It's like they run around as 2. They did it in the game versus us, I remember.
So it's one of their big go-tos.
Yeah.
It's also very good versus the Void, as you were mentioning. So,
and if you're absolute mechanical gods, you can do Vacuum into Impale, but that's seen like once a tournament.
See Mirana come into favor a little bit for both these teams, more so for FNATIC, I would say, but OG have looked at it as well, and it's nice to counter-initiate into the Chronosphere necessarily, or
I don't think Mirana has much of a place against Void, but maybe on FNATIC you could see them, but Jog is kind of pretty good against it.
So OG has what, like, there's Venge, there's Lion.
Yeah.
Venge
I
is
think
okay.
either one of them would be okay, even both of them were justified against Void DT. But I'd expect to see Lion...
so they go for the Dazzle
They
instead.
have something prepared for this.
Yeah,
huh?
they've rehearsed this.
This is what they actually do. A lot of the time when they play versus the Elder Titan, they have like obviously like this multiple forms of healing, and then of course Weave versus ET like later on in the stages of the game just completely counteracts natural order.
I think
they might just pick SF now, actually. Like this is like those
that's
heroes
exactly what they did against
fit their SF criteria.
They did what they did against us, right? Just 5-man. Follow
Axe. Okay.
Alright.
That's
Bot lane is going to become absolute hell for FNATIC.
Covering their bases as well, having the Dazzle to ensure that the Shallow Grave is going to be there. FNATIC do pick up a combination though in their supports that can potentially kill off Moon quite a bit in the early game if he doesn't get a decent start. So I like that opening for them in that sense. Soul Catcher is also going to help out where they may lack damage a little bit early on.
Even Disruption Illusions on the Axe in the laning phase.
Yeah.
Those things are nothing to really ignore if there's creeps on them.
Well, so I think DC did this Darkseer Axe earlier against.
Yeah,
FNATIC.
they did. They did it with Drow as well. They had Windrunner and Drow, and then what FNATIC did is they just picked up TB and Medusa, and they got an early advantage, and they just snowballed from there.
Yep.
FNATIC are gonna go for the
time wasted. My heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing. Keep your words naked. You got me blushing. And if forever I'll follow, you'll be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow in immortality. I can see you and me. And you forever I'll follow. You'll be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow in immortality. I can see you and me. You away my tears, so sincere. Turn gray skies to blue. You won't ever change your ways, doing what you do. wasted. My heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing. Keep your words naked. You got me blushing. And you forever I'll follow. You be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow. In immortality, I can see you and me.
All right, welcome back. We made it. We're in. So, stand-in time. It's Execration. Currently 11-1 in this Join Dota Season 10 Division 1 group. This entire division, rather. Basically 11-1. Mineski X, let's take a quick look. Recap here, see how they're doing. Whoop. I think they're still in the middle of the pack, along with the others. Hang on a second. Losing my mind here. So Timber getting banned out. There's the first Meepo ban. Sorry, Abed, you're not going to see it this time. He got away with it twice against Warriors Gaming. So it took them from 5-3 or 5-1 to 5-3. And Mineski X are actually in dead last. Okay, so they're actually fighting to stay in this division. Rather, Extinct and Friends are fighting to keep this team in the division. There's First Departure as well, which is currently also tied for 3-7 at the bottom of the pack. There's also G7 and Signature Trust, which are both 4-8. So if Mineski can get at least one win against Execration, which is the odds are against them. The deck is definitely stacked against them for this, but if they can pull out a huge upset here, that'd be pretty awesome. We've seen some big upsets so far in this league. Orange Tearing, or actually G7 actually 2-0 to Signature Trust, and so they are currently both 4-8, still fighting to stay in this division. Terrorblade's out as well. And we saw a Spectre Terrorblade game just a few minutes ago on Mr.Cat. So Execration are essentially completely warmed up. Since we have so many stand-ins, just a clarification, guys, the league rules are 2 stand-ins max. The other, but Execration don't seem to have a problem with it. They're not calling any shenanigans. They just want to play. They want to practice for TI. So they're getting in as many games as possible on the pro level. And there goes the Void. Let's see, Tidehunter right off the bat. Basically makes me think they want to maybe lean a little towards the magical side of things since they can block so much physical damage. First pick did go to Execration, and Mineski picked Dire. Once again, my name's... this whole time. Oh boy. So, I'm losing my mind, guys. I apologize. I got up about 4 hours ago at 3 in the morning to cast this, and it's starting to get a little late in the morning for me. So welcome back. My name's Kairos. Yet again, Execration they have the deck stacked in their favor. Mineski X with 4 stand-ins. Technically, the Joe and Dota League max stand-ins limit is 2, but Execration don't have a problem with that, so they're just going to go ahead and play. So Mineski is going to go ahead and get the Lifestealer. Wow, talk about anti-physical carries here. Definitely going to lead a little more on the magical side. Mineski X with a Void Band, but they still go with the Venge. Almost every team, one of their top 3, if they're not their top 3 picks, usually if it's possibly, several teams, it's their number 1 pick is having the Venge. So once again, my name's Kairos. Thanks for joining me. Casting solo today. Probably have some more co-casters with me as time progresses here. Just getting some of my friends involved and meeting some new guys along the way. I met Pandacast, met Pythian. So we got Ember out of the way, a lot of carries out of the way for Mineski X here. And Execration are probably going to have 4 staffs galore. Itemization to help counter the lifesteal. That's one of the best ways to do it. Also, Necrophos starting to make a big comeback here. As a counter to lifesteal, or actually not as a counter to lifesteal, but Terrorblade himself, if he actually does get through the draft. We still got Ursa up for grabs for Execration. They could go ahead and grab them. Spectre, well, no, that's not a good pick for it, but Ursa's a really good counter for the Lifestealer. Just punching through all that punching through his actual, just basically overpowering him. Literally, too many Fury swipes, and he can't steal enough life. He just dies too fast. Also 4 staffs. Execration have a lot of control here. Big ults with decent cooldowns, 2.5 minutes there. Winner's Curse, 80 seconds. So there's a staggering amount. Like literally, that's like some ults will come off cooldown before others. So it'll be a little more difficult for Mineski to actually figure out the timers of the ults and stuff like that. As far as there's been some questions asking. A second. There's been some questions like, how is Execration faring in TI? Honestly, the more practice they get on the pro level, the better off they do. I think it's going to be a very similar situation of, like their performance so far has been solid, but they're going to be competing against teams that right now they're not competing on the same level. So I think honestly, maybe they can get top 8 at best, I'm thinking, in TI, but I mean, look, C-Deck was a wild card, and they got 2nd place in TI last year, so, I mean, anything is possible. The skill levels are so tight at the top level. There's so much room for any team to come out. I mean, Wings just beat NAVI. That was a huge upset, 2-1, over in Los Angeles, so who knows? All right, so anyway, Slarter, Elder Titan, Slark, all the carries getting banned up from Neski, and a lot of mids, too. Ember and Meepo getting banned out, potential mids. Alright, so by the way, this is a giveaway day. At the end of the second match here, no matter the results, I'm going to go ahead and do a giveaway. The instructions are, like, basically, all the instructions are down. Just look at the Tango picture below the stream. And all the instructions will be given by my little bot friend, who will let you know how to use your Tangos for the giveaway properly. Congratulations to Current, who finally got his items from last week. He got a couple of sets. That's back when my stream didn't have thousands of people in it, so you definitely got to keep watching if you want to earn here. You want to win. AA, so that counters the heals quite well. I'm not sure. Feel free to let me know in the stream if let me know in the stream if the lifesteal still goes through the cold embrace. It'll stop the physical damage, yes, but I don't know if the feast itself is actually physically based. So feel free to let me know if Winter Wyvern's actually able to stop the lifesteal itself. Alright, so more time. There's the IO. Man, picking an IO into an AA, that's pretty aggressive. It's pretty risky, too. I mean, I think Execration are kind of, like, level with me, folks, here. They've got the odds are stacked in their favor. I think they're going for a little bit of experimentation here. Given the fact that they're allowing 2 extra stand-ins on Mineski, they're willing to try. They're actually able to try some new things on a pretty decent competitive level. To them. They're currently 11-1 in Join Dota. They should be moving up to the premium division pretty decent, but they still need a lot more experience. lot more experience at the top level. Alright. So Io is going to be in deep trouble here, trying to keep his heels up. And also being able to punch that cold embrace with the culling blade goes right through it. So Execration still need carries. Sorry, no Meepo. No Meepo game, guys, sorry. And go ahead and update my score here. This is game 1 of 2 games. It's not a best of anything series. It's just 2 games to determine some rankings, and we're a little over halfway done with most of our games. Got a handful of them to go. If you're watching in-game, feel free to watch on twitch.tv/Kairos commentary. You can earn tangos and be eligible for a giveaway at the end of this. So what do with all this? Well, magical damage is not too bad against Mineski X, except for Lifestealer. Magical damage that can punch through. Tiny is going to have to deal with the rage, so it's really about execution on this. Execution for Execration. If he can jump their Lifestealer before he gets rage off, should have no problems killing him. It is risky, though, picking a Lifestealer, or picking a Tiny into a Lifestealer, though, because, I mean, honestly, once that's all said and done, once that combo's over, it's down to right clicks, and, well, gotta beat you. So 1 pick left. This guy could use 1 more carry. Juggernaut would not be bad here. Deuce is out. Honestly, more potential mids and more potential massive carries for Mineski. Looks like they want to get some sort of advantage and try to get it over with somewhat soon. Lifestealer being a super hard carry, though. Alright, so Queen, it's a lot of burst damage. The mid-game, the early game push, not so great for Execration, but the mid to late game push is awesome right now. Seen a lot more Tiny. And guess what? IO Tiny did make it through. Completely forgot about that combo. I'll go ahead and fix the names on that. So Mineski are still fighting. Mineski are still fighting on just to hold on to their division. They're tied with First Departure, who are currently, they're both 3-7 each. Basically, actually, hang on a second. This should be. It's 1 game chance, unless it's still a tie, and then they'll play a tiebreaker. So Raging Potato gonna be taking the mid Viper, which is gonna be interesting. They had a very it was, take a look here, it was catch my memory here. Warriors Gaming actually took Meepo themselves after getting literally their butts handed to them by Execration and their Beds Meepo themselves, and actually were going up against a very tanky Viper on tearing, but they managed to get through it towards the end of the game. Alright, and we're off. Game's about a half hour late, but that's cool. Alright, so your starting lineup for Execration, who just came off of a win over at Mr.Cat. Tim's is going to be taking the IO. You're going to have a bet on the Tiny. RR on your offlane Beastie Master. Nando, the man with many nicknames, on the Tide. And Chemo on his, I wouldn't say signature Winter Wyvern, but he sure has been playing a lot of it lately. Meanwhile, over on Mineski X, we got a lot of stand-ins. Extinct is going to be leading this pack of misfits. So Soul is going to be on the Vengeful Spirit. We're going to have Kidal on the Lifestealer. Extinct in charge of things on the AA. Potato's going to be taking your mid Viper, and finally Miguel on your offlane Axe. A little bit of aggressive Warden coming out. Either side. Mostly just on the Mineski side. Actually, it's the defensive ward up top. Alright, so both sides playing it a little bit safe, actually. Miguel looks like he's going to be going solo, so he'll go ahead and ward the camp. Actually, not quite ward. Nope, not even close to being in range there. A lot of pings going up top. They realize that they're kind of stacking up for it. Mineski X are actually kind of... It's going to be a close race here. Raging Potato, they could actually contest this rune up top and get the bottom one. Nope, never mind. Looks like Miguel's going to get this one, going hand to head. And actually, they're going to give up both runes. This is not really characteristic of Execration. Good play by Miguel, but they're actually going to try and hold on to him. They have, no, he's got the Anchor Smash, but no, he doesn't have the Gush, so he's not going to be able to run him down. Going to do tons of damage to him. Fortunately, he does have a Sab to pretty much offset that, but both runes going to Mineski right off the bat. Mineski about the 5-1 underdog in this game, but hey, everyone loves an underdog story. Let's see what they can do. And we've got a mid-tiny versus... I mean, this is almost this is identical to what we saw with Unity versus Terroring just now about an hour ago. It was a mid-Viper versus a tiny IO. And actually, the tiny IO combo was often getting more kills, but now we got Soul giving him a hand here, a little stun on a bed. Constantly, we're going aggressive this time. Not doing the early... Yeah, we got 1 point in the poison attack. Go ahead and use his get a happy little tree. Get himself some extra tango love. It's going to be a little bit... I mean, it was... Oh, here we go. Potential here. No, diving in again on Potato. He doesn't have Corrosive Skin yet, so they're trying to do as much damage as possible before he starts punishing anything, really. Anything you do to this guy is going to get punished. So a lot of pulls going on. Miguel content to go and take this away. I was like, I'll take that. Thank you. I'm gonna go and wear him out with a Cold Embrace too. Meanwhile, we got a battle up here. Oh, not too much, too much. Potato, they were fighting uphill. They will get the kill there, but unfortunately, first blood is gonna go to Mineski. Anyone betting on the underdog today? All right, so Soul coming back in, level 2, gonna get the wave. First rune's coming up. Looks like Soul's gonna grab that probably. Although three Raging Potatoes wouldn't be too bad. Trying to put as much damage on a bed as possible till Tims gets back. He does get the bounty. No, the bounty rune's still open. He has to come in and help him out in a hurry. He was really close to that rune. Neither side actually see it. I think they just kind of wrote it off. Anyway, more overcharge going on. Spirits will come out. We do have 1 point in the Corrosive Skin though, so it's basically, you can't afford to just play, you know, can't afford to play, I mean, you have to gank him. You have to just go all in or don't do anything at all against a Viper like this. Chances are we'll see a ton of points in Corrosive Skin to start. We're seeing the same type of build out of Orange Tearing last match rather. Building 3 points in the reactive armor on a Timber and 4 points eventually on Corrosive Skin before they went offense.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, so both carries living the dream here. Well, actually, not though. We actually got a bottom tide here. Safe lane tide. We went ahead and just gave up the jungle. We're seeing that a lot. RR is known to just go ahead and give the jungle. And we see that a lot in C Dota. Just like, screw it, I'm not dealing with the tri-lane, I'm not dealing with the dual lane. I can get more out of the jungle with the Talon. So we'll just go ahead and do that. So that frees up a free farming Lifestealer. Wraith Boot's done at before 3 minutes, pretty good. Still trading blows with Potato, but he's already starting to tank up. Already got 15% resist. Third blood.
Dire's middle tower.
Lunar Blast again coming out. Well, we've got a free pushing Beastmaster up top. Meanwhile, they're going to get the Ravage off of bed, getting saved once again by Chemo, and another follow-up curse right on that, turning it back around on Kiddo, but they're going to lose. They lose a bed, and they lose Nando, so they're actually getting turned back around. Nice swap, stopping the TP. Chemo will go down, and that's a huge turnaround for Mineski. Back to within 3 kills. Top tower getting pounded. They should have enough time to clean this up, but huge turnaround on gold there. And they used all their ults. Ravage is down, Winter's Curse is down. The only thing left is Roar. And honestly, RR is sticking around way too long. He wants to solo Kiddo. He still doesn't have his armlet. And he's going to take out some of the unreliable gold. Fortunately, that was off of kills, and he'll get himself a tower. Ballsy play by RR with the Necronomicon popped.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
But are they going to get some payback? They have a little bit of vision. Don't see which, I mean, he's clearly going out this way. He's still got his minions with him. And another relocate gank down right into the throat of Mineski X. Ice Blast will come back and counter. There's no more heals for a bed. He's getting the heals from, okay, there's no more heals for Tim's. He got clipped by the Ice Blast. Bed will manage to survive it long enough. Mineski X trying to regroup here. Did dodge a pretty decent gank there, but yeah, they're so far behind this early in. It's like we're seeing a Nature's Prophet push strat all over again, but it's different. Tiny IO still very viable in this meta, despite all the other things that are awesome too, like Ricky roaming around. You've got the Void Phoenix combo. There's so many different drafts you can do. Anyway, we've got the Infest Bomb ready to deliver. We have the Blink Dagger on Miguel. They still have the chance to turn this back around. It's slipping away fast, but they still keep managing to pull out some pretty big team fights. You see an opening down bottom on RR. They know he's been solo the whole time. He's already got a Necro level 3, but they're going to go ahead and go for it. Going to get the Roar off on Potato with the relocate behind him. Ice Blast will come out and hit 2, but they get Potato. Actually going to hit 3. Big Infest Bomb. Chemo's going to go down 2. Miguel picks up 2. Calls right through, but they also lose their position 3 and their position 2. So, Kidal, the big thing is they deflected a push. Honestly, that definitely went in favor of Mineski X. So Kidal, looks like the armlet is finally done and on the way. It's been a long road to get that armlet, but he has it. A little bit of a power spike for Mineski, but unfortunately another tower in danger of going down. And it does. And now they have a... Tim's is now above all of their carries currently because of the tower gold. This is important though because Mineski X keep getting it back off the back end of these team fights. Fortunately, Execration, they've run out of... They only have one more easy tower to pick off. The low-hanging fruit is gone. It's only the hard stuff now. So if they... Like, Mineski X have been doing good with their team fights, so if they blow this... If Execration wind up blowing this, getting a little too aggressive, a little too deep, we're going to give all that gold right back and leave room open for counter pushing. Some Potato, 700 gold and change for his mech soon. And it looks like they want to try and get out of here as fast as possible. A little bit of creep vision. And starting to take a little bit of their map back. They still need to respect relocate ganks. We're going to have blinks on multiple heroes here after we get the Greaves. Have a Blink Dagger. Yep, Blink Dagger for the Tittles on Nando. Well, Chemo still, I mean, he's still been killed in most of these fights, unfortunately. 0-3 and 4. He's done a lot to help win make some space, but unfortunately he's suffering a little bit. Final tier 2, low-hanging fruit going down, but meanwhile they're going to try and get a pick off on Potato at the same time. Everyone from Mineski X, he's going to relocate out. Bed is left to die all alone. This is a ton of gold coming in exchange for that tower. Did get the Viper too. Dying breath before he even dies. Picking up reliable gold. Again, that one kill was not worth this tower. An even trade was not worth this tower. Just a reminder, at the end of Game 2, we'll be doing the giveaway. My little bot will instruct you on how to use your tangos. You're earning tangos just by watching. If you want to get in it, you gotta follow, though. Also, with 322 followers, I will be... Oh, hang on. Timo's getting out of here. 322 followers, I will play a Rubik game with the webcam, doing the Rubik head bob the entire game, where I will probably go to the hospital right afterwards. Overcharge, we got an early 16-minute Glimmer Cape. RR with Vlad's as well. Well, they're trying to get anything they can. The Blade Mail is almost done for Miguel. He just needs a few more, like, a couple more camps out to do it. Extinct does pick up a Midas, a huge comeback Midas that they desperately need. But now we're working on the Aghanim's, or probably the Echo Saber more likely. It's so effective. And Potato. Oh no, this is the same spot you got caught before. And farming is just something that a Viper does not do well. They're just trying to squeeze out any last bit of gold out of these camps before they have to basically raise the drawbridge and basically get siege and try to outlast it. Very similar to my dog right now. Look it all. Almost done. The Aegis Potato and did not give him a speed boost. Hopefully pick off a bed as well. And here comes RR. The curse is up. Roar is on cooldown though. Cold Embrace. Can they call through it? No. Just a little bit too much hit points. Miguel's going to go in a second time before the call gets off. And there goes Soul as well. And bed with less than 50. Hold on. Keeps his dominating streak going. And that's probably going to be Rex. Potato's all alone. Roar just came off cooldown, just in time to get a kill on this guy. Abed unfortunately can't contribute anything. I mean, Abed is really risking if he blinks in here. Potato, oh, big ult coming up. It's going to go through and hit 2. That's it. It will drive him back. The Aegis finally got cracked. But again, we're looking at a 2-to-1 gold advantage from first place on one team from first place on another. It's tight. The next kill is going to decide GG. Literally the next kill. I mean, Mineski X are literally on the tipping point. They cannot afford any more ganks, and it's just going to be an unwinnable match. I mean, look at this. It's 20 minutes, and we're looking at, I'm going to say about 600 gold per minute, give or take. So remember guys, this is just game 1. Mineski X just sort of getting a warm-up on this match. It's not a best of anything, it's just 2 games. And they're going to go back on the attack. This backfired horribly last time. Oh, smoke popped, the bed blinking out. Good situational awareness. They need the element of surprise and they don't have it. This is not going to go well if they go on this. But everybody from Execration is split up. This is really cocky. Really cocky from Execration. Goodbye, Tims. Split open the Celestial, whatever you are. And that's going to be a quick relocate. The relocate actually ticked off as he was dying. What a relocate. Actually, hang on a second. No. How the hell did he get out of there? No, he just blinked out. Okay, excuse me. I'm an idiot. It looked like he left so fast. And I think maybe an Ice Vortex came up, which made me think it was a relocate. Tired caster is tired. Meanwhile, Potato getting a little overextended here. Another roar. He's eating every single roar this game. And the Whirling Axis RR just soloing him, no problem. Abed coming back in, fully healed. And they can't. These are the kills they could not have afford to give him. They just can't. I mean, this game is going to become unwinnable at this point. Maybe off the Tim's kill they still have a shot, but it's so slim right now. It's just so damn slim. Minute for the whole team. Kidal. Finally, Echo Saber is done, so at least they'll get a few more hits in this attack. But we're dealing with 800 more hit points over here. And Aghanims. At least he doesn't have Echo Saber. Soul trying to push the wave back a little bit more. He's got only one level in this swap, but a big combo. Bed just can't do any damage right there. Slowing him down. Boom! Hims can't save you. Huge kill for over 800 gold for Mineski, and they keep all their racks. Now they're probably thinking, well, that was a bust. We'll probably get them. Probably thinking they're going to get overconfident and come out again. So Extinct actually picking up that kill. That would give him a level 2 ult. Got Midas, so he actually has a chance with Glimmer Cape. He has a chance to get Aghanims pretty soon here. Gonna need it to punch through that extra hit points that everybody's getting. Coming up pretty soon here for Chemo. Actually, no, Yules, excuse me. And we're almost Potato's not quite tanky enough to be baiting right now. It's just not. It's just not supposed to. He just can't handle the. He's always getting roared. Just cannot save this guy. Even caught him with his tread. Basically caught him on agility treads too. Well, that was half of their huge comeback gold given up. Dolly's, I mean, we don't have the Blightstone right now, so exactly rush. He's basically saving for buyback at this point, which is already on cooldown. He still needs more gold. Meanwhile, chunks of this tower are being removed. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's gonna be about 13 hits. Can just get a swap. They have the level 2 swap, just enough to get him to the tier 4 tower range. Tier 3 falls without any contestation, but Potato is back up. Dragonlance done, so he's a little tankier, gonna hit a little further. Yeah, every time they bring Miguel in first, it's working out pretty well. I mean, acts as a solid initiator. Got his blade mail. Raging Potato cannot afford to bait anymore. Alright, so it's going to be a Hyperstone, jeez. Working on the AC or Moon Shard. And Mineski X not taking this line down, just smoking around the backside, trying to get up support, trying to get that Ravage from happening, but these guys are tanking. They got Greaves too. They're going to get on Nando, who's diving super deep right here. They're going to switch around, go to a bed, but he's getting healed by Kims, and a big curse. No real damage coming on Kadal, though. It's just stalling things. But they've already lost Extinct, and Kadal, huge swap from Soul, keeping him alive. But it looks like it might... Oh, no, he might be able to get away. This is going to be really close. Necronomicon and Bowler's really hurting. Buyback from Extinct. I don't think we have... no, we don't have the Ice Blast up. Potato will get Glimmer Cape, but he dies during the fade time. They're going to dive tier 4 towers. Extinct is on the run. They're finally coming back in on a bed, though. Tons of damage coming in. Can they get a save on a bed? Oh, not quite enough. The lifesteal is too much. Another huge kill, but they've already lost mid-racks. Another Ice Blast coming out. Will it clip Nando? Oh, yeah, Miguel's going to get him. They're going to get Chemo too. This is an expensive trade. A very expensive trade. They just gave up 3 kills for about 2 kills of buyback and racks. And that was expensive, but still, Mineski managed to come out back on top of that fight. They still have the range racks, so they got that going for him, but again, trading their lead for real estate. Execration just trying to grind their way through this kind of early. So Echo Saber done. Let's see. This is a decent BKB game in addition to Rage, but right now he's just got to lean solely on Rage. Get him some more attack speed. Got his options open a little bit. He might go AC. As far as what to do in this situation, I mean, they need the AC. They need the extra attack speed to keep yanking that life away from a bed and Nando. Killer. Meanwhile, RR with Refresher, Roar, and Necro 3. Oh god, meanwhile, good pick-off though. Oh no, basically mid-dunk. But the Necronomicon minions actually backfire. Whoa! His own passive almost killed him. The Warrior Death thingy almost killed him. But he got a huge kill. BKB picked up now. Mineski are back in this. It's a long way to go, but they're back in it. Raging Potato, they're going to get a huge curse on Soul. Solo kill. Chemo right there. And here comes a bed, but he's kind of in the middle of a pile of Mineski here. They're going to come back in. Nando, Ravage on cooldown. He doesn't have it. They're going to heal up a bed a little bit more. Kadal trying to hold his ground a little bit more. Makes it, he basically crawls like a wrestler getting to the ropes to tag his partner, and he crawls to Miguel and gets himself out of there. He wants to go back in, though. Fortunately, there goes Potato's got a little too deep there in the middle of the save. Again, kind of stand-ins. A little bit of a miscommunication there, I think. Either that or a sacrificial move, so... a little bit of that lead is gone. They still have about a 10k lead. And they're realizing they need to take Roche in order to crack this base. It's actually taking a lot longer than it needs to. Mineski have it. I mean, there was a window for Mineski to do it. Now it's pretty much gone. Window is closed. And second Roche. Let's see, they gave it to RR the first time. Let's see what happens here. 1,000 of you watching in the stands right now. Welcome to the There's Nothing Else On. Let's watch Kairos just ramble like an idiot stream. Alright. Big push down the middle. Big push down bottom, excuse me. The middle of the bottom lane is what I meant to say. Whoa! Raging Potato always just getting caught out. A nice swap from Soldo, keeping him up. A Ravage committed. With the Glimmer Cape, it will be enough to get him at least back by... Nope. 4 seconds is still 4 seconds. Doll's coming in. He has literally trapped an entire dogpile of Execration coming on. That's got to be a good game right there. So that's game 1 going the way of Execration. That will move them to 12-1. Comfortable position for the TI qualifiers. And Mineski X cannot afford to lose the next game. Them and the bubble for getting knocked straight to Division 2. Alright, so we got one more game coming your way for the rest of this match. And one more game for the rest of this cast. Yeah, my name's Kairos. Feel free to follow, because at the very end, if you're following, you'll be eligible for the giveaway for 2 sets that we'll have in the chat when the game's over. See you guys in a couple minutes.
I'm wasted, my heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing, keep your words naked. You got me blushing. And you forever I'll follow, you be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow. Forever I'll follow, you'll be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow, in immortality. I can see you.
By the way, my name's Kairos. Thanks for joining me once again. You'll see probably some more co-casters and stuff as the season goes on. I met a few more casters in the last week too that wouldn't mind having alongside me. So Timbersaw is out, and so is the Titan. A lot of AoE getting banned out. Titan has been pretty much, very rarely has Titan made it through. Like, Titan hasn't made it through at all today. I think he's been banned out in every game today, either first or second phase. Terra has not either, at least not in Join Dota. That does. I mean, this is one of the fun parts. I brought this up before in the first draft. This is very similar to EG were known for playing techies, possibly playing it on the pro circuit, but when they actually did it in the lower bracket of TI5, and it basically caused a rift in the drafts against them, because they had to, every other team, because they won that game, if they didn't win that game, it wouldn't have been a big deal, and they would have been gone anyway, but the fact that they won that game, it forced all the other teams to ban techies pretty much every time, and it made the draft so much more open for EG to help them win it, help them win. Was it $6 million? It's going to be more this year. So the same situation here is because of Abed's Meepo. They have to ban it out every time, so that frees up a free pick slot for Execration. A lot of things can get through. A lot of combos can get through. For example, the tiny IO that just got through. Ooh, it's going to be, yep, Phoenix Void. I haven't seen this in a while. We're going to see it again. Mostly saw this in the Major. The Manila Major was really big. ESL 1 we saw it a bit. It started to fall off because you just ban out one, the other is not quite as good, but he's still really great in a lot of situations. Alright, so, well, how do you deal with it? Well, AA's up for grabs. Being able to shut down the combo entirely, the Ravage helps a lot with that. AoE stuns in general, you got Enigma. They want to play, if Execration want to play a little more defensively, but they seem content on the aggressive side, so I don't think that's going to happen. Once again, for the final time in the draft phase anyway, the giveaway is coming up. It's a Heavenly General Storm Spirit set and a Ferocious Toxicant Venomancer set available, rare and mythical respectively. That will be up for grabs with using your tangos for tickets at the end of the stream. Just follow the instructions the bot gives you at the end of the stream. So, Tide and Bench. It's going to be hard to, pretty much they complement each other pretty decently. Being able to take out physical damage, and then, oh, wow, Silencer actually getting banned out. I mean, Silencer is such a good counter to so many drafts here. You put in the chrono, but you can't quite get the Sunray combo off because of the timing, because someone hits R. I can't believe he's not banned out more in the pro circuit, or picked more in the pro circuit, mainly just because he shuts down the Wombo combo so effectively just by pushing a button. Invoker's out. No Abed Invoker, or rather, no, let's see, that would be, no, not Miguel. Be Raging Potatoes. Invoker. Again, 4 stand-ins. Execration didn't have a problem with it, but the max amount that is allowed by Join Dota is 2, unless the other team doesn't seem to care. They wanted to play, wanted to get some more practice under their belts, so there we go. Apologies, my cat is bugging me for food right now, so you might occasionally hear me rummaging around doing that. One of many 4-legged kids we have around here. A little bit more thought going into the second draft here. They are giving a little bit of respect to... Actually, Kadal are actually banning out the Lifestealer this time. Kind of makes me think they want Spectre. They got a decent amount of Wombo here. And the Spectre wouldn't complement that very much, but, I mean, banning out the Lifestealer, that's one of the counters to Spectre. And Mineski X seem to be content to play a very, very hard carry on a regular basis. Bo, of course, not making it through. Timbersaw actually banned out by Execration. Yeah, okay. Execration banned out Timber, which Abed is also known for in the mid. I will be doing an interview with Abed later on this week. Talk to him about his Meepo and how he came to play it in the pro circuit so much. P getting banned out, so more melee on the side of Execration most likely coming up. Running out of... both teams got plenty of time left here. I honestly think Mineski had a pretty good performance, all things considered. The main thing, Raging Potato got caught out too many times, way often. I mean, if he was in a more tanky position, if they had more farm, they could afford to have him as bait. But they didn't have, aside from the swap, they didn't have a whole lot of mechanics for saving him after the bait, which means he wouldn't be able to do damage. But he was just too far up all the time. They kept, and Execration were just picking on him. Alright, so more time. It's like, hey, everybody here still? No need for a remake. A lot of time for Mineski here. I'm still thinking the Spectre's gonna come in at some point. It would, I mean, it's not the easiest thing to deal with a Chrono, but being a fairly tanky hero in and of itself, and it builds for tank as he goes typically. Builds for tank and then gank. I mean, it would be easier for a Phoenix to save it.
Drow Ranger.
Okay, that maybe we're gonna do something a little different. Okay, so the IO comes out again. Possibility of Tiny unless Mineski force pick. I mean, that's almost identical draft so far, except for the Venge for Execration. So they have to force pick Tiny. Maybe that's what they were debating. They'll go with the Doctor. They're just going to put everything. They're putting everything on a big cooldown ult here. A lot of pressure, but that be incredibly strong. There's the Tiny again. It is possible to get behind that Drow Ranger with the relocate, even if it's just a short range hop. They're going to respect RR's Beast. He had a great performance on that. God, it was like 12-minute level 3 Necro, or it was really fast, and then a refresher for good measure. Awkward silence is awkward. Mineski, all in all, it's going to be hard for this Phoenix to get some saves in, because right now everybody's so squish. And Execration have a ton of jump capability. They have swap, they have decent number of stuns. They can blow up Drow Ranger in just one jump. They don't even need the follow-up. Won't even need Echo Saber. Mineski X have to position perfectly so much. So Quap's out. That would pair nicely. It's a strong mid. It would pair very well with the combo. Honestly, I think Disruptor might be a better... Well, no, they need... Yeah, they could do it. They could do a Disruptor. Try and give their Phoenix a little bit more gear. Could do a Disruptor, mainly because... The reason I say that is because it works so well. Okay, this is rough. I mean, Puck would actually be a good initiator, too. Getting the Dream Coil off, allowing to set up a decent Sunray, and allowing their Drow to come up from the rear, so to speak. Just come up from the rear line of Mineski, and... Anything that would prevent Execration from jumping in deeper, which they already have so much jump, would be good. Disruptor is good here. It's good against IO. Good against almost all of these guys, but that would leave their draft fairly squished, but they're going to go with the Mirana instead. That's actually a decent one too. As long as she can survive the jump long enough, she will punish it pretty hard. It also ensures that they're going to probably go on Mirana instead of the Drow a little more often, giving Kadal a little bit more room here. They have this isn't like a Drow push strat or anything like that. There's some pretty strong they have a pretty strong laning phase with Doc, the Mirana, and Phoenix all getting the bonus. A lot of pressure on Mineski. They have to win this game or they're going to Division 2. If they win this game, they have a shot at the Division 1-2 playoffs, where they actually have a shot at staying in it. Otherwise, they're going back to Division 2. All right, so it's your starting lineup for Team Stand-In. You got Miguel standing in on the Void. He had a pretty decent performance mid-game with the X. He was doing a good job with giving him a comeback. Kadal had the Life Stealer. He was defending. I mean, he was able to go toe-to-toe with some of the carries, but eventually Execration had so much other geared-up supports that they just couldn't handle them all. They'll take the Drow this time. Positioning is so important this game. Raging Potato, there's a lot of pressure on him to not get picked off because he was getting picked off almost all the time. He'll be on the Mirana this time. He had a tanky Viper. Eventually he was starting to get some half-decent tank. And finally, we got Soul on the dock, who was doing some beautiful swap saves with the Venge. Managed to get his swap to level 2. He'll be on the dock this time. And Extinct, speeding things up. He had some really good Ice Blasts to help counter-initiate. He'll be taking the Phoenix again on counter-initiation. The amount of right-clicks coming in on his Execration is also really good. Let's put it that way. They got plenty. The overcharge should give them no problems taking out the egg if they're in a decent enough position. Looks like both teams going to go ahead and get 1 rune for this final game of the day, folks, before the giveaway. Execration versus Mineski. Execration up 1-0 and 12-1 in the group. The only one that beat him, even once, was Orange Tearing. Played earlier and also had a nice 1-1 performance against Warriors Gaming. And we're off. We're going to see another mid, a 2-man mid, versus, I don't know if Potato's going to get any help up here for very long. I think we'll probably give him a hand for a bit, but...
Radiant's courier.
Tim's... Oh my god, an IO courier snipe? Are you kidding me with this? Yeah, fortunately, the sab was... Well, it was delivered. Whatever he got was delivered. Probably the Fairy Fire, but what a snipe with an IO? That's 3 hits! You have to get 3 hits on... Oh wait, no, 2 hits when it's not upgraded. So 2 hits with an IO, that's gotta be embarrassing. Alright, so starting things off. First courier kill, honestly, it'll be a side betting thing. Apparently TI5 had a whole ton of side bets. There's so many things you could side bet on. First Roche. Courier kill. First tower kill. First Rax. Oh, RR. He's willing to just go ahead and put 1 cask into him, zoning him out hard. A lot more squish than the Beastmaster throwing out boars. It's going to free up Kadal. It's going to give him tons of room. We do have 1 point in the aura, so he's already right-clicking for more. Bad and Tim's. They've got the lane to themselves for now. Potato's going to go ahead and take a camp. But honestly, he's way less tanky than he was last game. I can't blame him. I mean, just rotate some more supports in there. Go give him a hand. That does not need to be here. He is plenty fine just going up to the mid and helping out. There's so much experience they're losing from this. Nope. If you've seen the 5 reasons to pick Mirana video, you probably see a reference here. The jungle Mirana. Emo up top on Nando. Didn't get Execration introduced, so I'll go ahead and do them. We got Nando on the carry Tidehunter, or at least the safe lane Tidehunter, getting, let's say, position 2. Zabed's getting most of the farm. We got that's his 2nd game on the Tidehunter today. It's going to be Chemo. Had a beautiful job with the curses and the cold embraces, constantly turning fights around, keeping their lead way in their favor. He's going to be on the bench this time. RR had a wonderful beast game, often going toe-to-toe with people and taking them out. He'll be on the puck this time. Finally, a bed in the mid on his Tiny, along with Tim's. Tim's unfortunately was getting bullied at the end there, but did the job they needed to do. Raging Potato is going to get thrown all the way back. Tether should connect here. He's got the leap, but he's not committing it in time. He's going to get down to the low ground with the Spirits. Tim's getting the courier kill and first blood on top of that. So first blood went to Mineski in the first game, and then first 10 went to Execration. Hey, there's always a possibility for 10 for Mineski here. Completely turn this back around. So a lot of regen for Nando here. A lot of mana regen. Able to help zone out Miguel quite a bit. That's going to make his last hitting a lot harder too with that Anchor Smash. He doesn't have a Quelling Blade either, so this is a bit of a struggle. Chemo still doing pulling chemo things.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So Phase Boots for a bed and a Windlace. Already moving 350. He'll go a little faster when he gets pressure on him. There's so much pressure on positioning in this game. Total advantage going to Execration. Counter initiation though is totally in favor of Mineski. They just have to survive the initial initiation, and there's so much burst on that. You've got the Dream Coil, the Orb, and then eventually a Blink Dream Coil with the Silence, the Waning Rift. You've got that to lead things off. You got a Blink Ravage. You've got whoa. Meanwhile, Potato's gonna get a little help. Extinct does come in. Give him a hand here. So a lot of right-click damage coming out. That will at least give him something to think about. As far as last hits, though, Nando's actually leading the pack with that Anchor Smash, helping him out. Actually beating Kadal with the Aura. Now level 2. Yeah, they just gotta survive. But yeah, so many ways to get in this fight. They've got the Blink Avalanche Toss combo. They've got Relocate. They've got Swap if they really want to commit. It's just Execration have a great draft to initiate with, and then initiate they will on Execration, on Extinct, I should say. Oh, Tim's picking up another kill because he, what the hell was it that killed him? I don't think it was a spirit hit. I really don't think the spirits hit him at the end there, not the last time anyway. Kill has happened, so it's 2-0. Kidal picking up 6 soon. You know, Nando cutting the lane X style. Happy to help himself over here. Miguel, not too much he can do about it with his current gear. They're gonna have to rotate Extinct up here to give him a hand. He's content to just hang out by the tower. He'll keep the creeps pulled back, but in level 6 against level 5, even solo, he's got the Ravage and everything. Miguel's trying to go with a little bit more time lock just to get more bash chances, just to get a little bit more damage in. He's only dealing with one person here, and he's only 1 stun available, so it's not a bad pickup. He'll juke some damage, but yeah, dealing with that and then a Ravage afterwards might be his undoing. But Nando's just shrugging off this. This is pretty clowny, honestly. Meanwhile, they're gonna get Extinct in the mid once more. While I was busy yakking. They have almost surrendered this mid. Potato will pick up his Moonlight Shadow to help save some people. Now some jungle stacks to take care of. A triple, yeah, quad stack over here, and a double over there. Tim's gonna pick up a level 6 very quickly off of that. Now they have Relocate. We'll probably head and see if they're just gonna go ahead and go to the fountain and get ready for a Relocate. Go ahead and start snowballing. Can't blame them if they do.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
800 of you watching right now. So tons of last hits for a bed too, as well as a drum, and it looks like a TP coming in. Tim's will also follow. 3 people coming down bottom. That means Relocate's up. They could just sort of hop over the tower or hop past the jungle and just dive in if they want to. We'll see a bed though. This is a good ward. Good defensive ward, taking out some stacks here, getting even fatter. Leaves Kadal, unfortunately, with just Treads and Aquila to fight this. And they are going to get us cast though. Witch Doctor is pretty good against this combo. Moonlight Shadow trying to help out a little bit. Tim's might drop. Yep, they're going to get him. First kill for them. And a huge chrono counter from Mineski. And that's going to, 8 minutes, they're going to get right back in this game. Still 1,000 gold deficit between the carries right now. Fortunately, having to go with a little bit more tanky with the raindrops, but that'll give up a lot of space in the mid for Potato to come back a little bit and get some more levels. They need to go, yeah, Extinct is going to help out. Miguel has left to do his chrono things. He'll be back. Time, 2 illusions from Chemo. Being cheeky with it. Trying to play the fool here. And another ward for courier sniping. And yes, it is. Have to do some manual stuff here. Ved coming in solo. Got some help from Chemo's illusion here, but that's not gonna. Oh, doesn't need it. Doesn't need it at all. And a big cask. Unfortunately, the cask came out before anybody else was nearby. They're gonna pick off Soul too. Once again, Mineski cannot afford to lose this match, or it is highly likely they will go to Division 2. Alright. Star has had a little bit of time to relax here. He's got Dream Coil ready to go, and he's working on a straight up Link.
Radiant's middle tower.
More Urn saves, Nando. Looks like he's got Ravage up if he wants to go. And another tower drop and 2 down on the Mineski side. None down on the Execration side. Mineski still have a shot at the first 10. If they can keep doing those sweet counter initiations. They just got to survive the first initiation, and they'll be alright. And it'll cost... Execration have been getting cocky. They got cocky a few times in the last game. They had way too many... I'd say like they were maybe batting 500, batting about 50% on their relocate ganks into Mineski's dire jungle last game. I mean, for half the time it would work and half the time it wouldn't, when it was just the 2 of them. And the bed coming in, oh, missing the avalanche on that one. Potato does have leap, he's going to go back in. Starstorm trying to get Tim's, he only gets 1 hit on it. He's going to have to turn around, nope, he doesn't even have time to turn around and pop the arrow. The Moonlight Shadow, while juking, will give them the time they need to come back in. Soul getting a cast, but no Tim's nearby, so they can't really take advantage. Relocate will send him back to the fountain, but he's coming back. Meanwhile, Ed will come back in. He'll be able to he'll be coming in fresh. He'll be able to tether to
is under attack.
No tether, but big counter initiation that didn't net a kill. Moonlight Shadow now on cooldown. That also means relocate's on cooldown for another minute. The massive underdogs, I think it was about 5 or 6 to 1 underdogs, Mineski on Dota 2 Lounge. Pushing down the last tier 1 tower on the Mineski side. Net worth kind of looking like it was the first game. Looking close to about 7,500 gold lead, which is, I don't know, math is hard. That's still somewhere around 600, 700 gold per minute lead for the entire team. And it's about to increase. We got the treads. Treads for Potato, who's at least getting advantage of some split push action. Tower goes down, no contest. They will try to get some action on this mid tower, but they are ready to rock. They can just come right back in. Relocate's coming off cooldown in 10. And they just took the tower out, so they can just go in. Abed will immediately TP top to stop Potato and kill him solo, single-handedly, with pretty much double the net worth in his pocket now. Not respecting the jump here, and there's the first blink initiation with their puck, but a huge chrono and a big sunray and a big death ward and a supernova. But unfortunately, they just have too much tank at this point, insta-killing the egg as soon as they go on it, and a big relocate. Oh, that's... look, first 10! Yep, there's first 10. I didn't even realize someone was still alive that was still in range of being killed. Noob Casta is noob. So, tier 2s are going to start looking at double the net worth, almost. It all did help on those kills. So he's at least got a Dragon Lance added to his stash here. He still needs a lot more. The jump is too much. Which way did he go? Diving in on Raging Potato again, and the Spirits should almost finish the job, but nope. Bottle Chargers and Wand will save the day on that one. Soul almost coming in and instantly dying. Ravage is on cooldown, I should say. Just a matter of... Jeez. Alright, so unfortunately... Whoop. Oh wow, nice pick off in the jungle. That'll move him a little bit closer. Still down by about 3,000 gold. A little bit of counter pushing a bed. Did they see him? No, so close. They found him. Oh, he blinks away. Woohoo! So, fortunately, Soul will pick up some treads. He'll be able to tank up a little bit more during that death ward, which is off cooldown. Fortunately, Chrono's got a ways to go. Supernova coming up soon. That also means Ravage is coming up a little bit pretty soon, too. Soon enough to worry about it. Well, bed. Like I said, I'm going to interview this guy about his Meepo picks and how that came to be about. Probably be looking for that. I'm going to be writing articles for Ghost2 Gamers, so we'll see if I can get it put up on there. Considering they are TI qualifiers and it's phase for the group stages, I don't see why not. And the Sunray. And that's Chrono coming out on Nando. That's a lot of damage. Death Ward. Chemo will go ahead and trade the damage with the swap. Nando coming back in. Chemo is still taking a lot of this Death Ward. The Vitality booster keeping him up, but they've gotten 2 for 2. And Abed is just starting to rampage his way through. The Soul gets lifted up and dropped back down. Nando taking him out with the anchor. And Raging Potato. Fortunately, Moonlight Shadow keeping him alive, but that again is 2 for 3. Again, swinging in favor of Execration. Another nail in the coffin. About 10,000 gold lead almost. We're still looking at about a steady 600 to 650 gold per minute. Bad now coming in. Tim's is a little far away to be helping with this. If he's going in, he's going solo. Potato, can he get him with the whole combo? Nope, but Leap is on cooldown. Not quite enough. Nice tread swap and wand to save him. But he's got to go all the way back to the fountain now.
Top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, top tower just getting pushed up by creeps. A little bit of an opportunity for Kadal to get closer to level 11. A little bit more marksmanship. Meanwhile, way over, looks like they're setting up for a possible smoke gank, possible Roche. Cleaning up their bottom lane a little bit. Do they have smoke? Dude, they have the smoke. Yes, they do, on Chemo. Whoa! Seeing bars dropping fast up top and got a panic click. Looks like they're going to possibly go for Roche. Yep. You do not want to fight into this right now. Even with Chrono, you just can't kill him fast enough. The Ravage will turn around and take it over. This Roche is taking a decent amount of time, giving a little bit more room to farm. Maybe they can take this top tower as a consolation prize, but knowing Execration, as fast as they rotate, as fast as they move, they're going to be on top of you. Tim says relocate, but no TP to get up to top. It looks like they might just go ahead and they're gonna bait him in and try and bait Execration in with Kadal here. Nope, they're just gonna go straight for it.
Dire's top tower.
And it looks like Soul Ring? Oh, Vlad's okay. Yeah. So tier 1, they finally get a tower on the side of Execration, but they're gonna start taking chunks out of this tower. I think they're just gonna go and double down, go for the tier 2, try and get a little bit more gold before defending. They're so far ahead, what's another tier 2 tower at this point? It would take time for items to get delivered anyway. Go ahead and get top, get in, get whatever item they're working on, and then get to the fight bottom as fast as they can. Raging Potatoes getting closer to that Ags, but he's still a long ways away. The Vlad's is almost done for Miguel. I think it's actually on the way. Are they just going to go for it? Okay, I can't really blame them for it. They don't have fighting into this right now. I mean, defending on high ground with Chrono up and all this, I mean, I don't think they should give this up. I really don't. They don't have the push power to end this fast, to end this push. They are coming. Dream Coil caught up. Kadal, unfortunately, nope, they're going to cancel the TP. And unfortunately, nobody's really in range to help properly with this Chronosphere, except for Soul. And we got the Sunray did pop. The Supernova did finish up too, and they popped the Aegis. So Moonlight Shadow is gone. There's no saving Potato at this point. It's just a matter of time before he gets gone. His TP was canceled, and this is completely backfired. They went all in for that top lane. They had so much better defending potential down bottom with Chrono and Sunray and Supernova and Death Ward. They had so many ways to defend from back here. Even if they dove the tier 4s, they could position themselves somewhere around here, like somewhere around here. And just be ready for them to dive, which they will. I just think that was a complete misplay. I think the defending bottom was still the better option. Let's put it that way. I don't think there's any real... They're so far behind, there's no real good plays except for defending. So that's going to be a Vanguard on Chemo. So he's going to pull out some sweet swaps. He's going to have a level 2 swap here soon. And he's actually going to be tanky enough to handle the Death Ward and the Sunray for a little bit. That Aghanims is done, so all they have to do is win a team fight, and that's pretty much their base at this point. Respawn timer is still kind of short this early in the game, but I hope that this, as far as Execration going into TI, I hope that this doesn't make them too overconfident. I mean, they're playing a lot of teams that are below the TI level. I just hope it doesn't make them a little too cocky. I mean, they've had a chance to experiment a little bit They've, you know, had some games. They have no pressure whatsoever to actually win any more games in this group before they go to the playoffs. Alright, so Aghanims is done for Potato. Nope. 400 gold to go. Plus hours. I asked Toby1 on his stream once how long he's streamed before. I think he said somewhere around like 14, 16 hours in one day. Guy's a machine. Me, I'm just doing this for fun. Alright, so Sanjin Yasha for Kidal, just getting some stats. Some value stats, maybe even a BK, maybe a Yasha and then a BKB. Combination from all of them. Nando is going to have a pipe pretty soon. Let's just go ahead and sell his Ring of Basilius. Some defensive warding again. Mineski can't see a whole lot, neither can Execration. Some general warding. They did they see that? Yeah, they saw that. No, I don't think they did, actually. I think they're ready for him. You're gonna get a nice setup here if they can get Chemo maybe. Or if they can get their puck going for RR. This is a one-man chrono, but saved by Chemo with the Vanguard done. He's gonna tank the whole thing. He will fall, but that costs him. Oh god, that cost him Kidal. There's someone else going in. They're finally diving on the egg. That finally gets popped before it goes. And again, TP is getting canceled before they can evac. And that's big Moonlight or big Starstorm coming out. That's gonna be 2 for 3. But Potato, he actually leaped in, so he has no way to get out of here. Soul using everything he can to buy time for an evac, but nope. Ravage finally comes out, and that is going to be beyond, almost beyond godlike for them. And that's a gem on the deck. 21 minutes in. Fortunately, they did it far enough away that they, they can't push the base. But at this point, they're giving them so much gold to push later. It's pretty much irrelevant. They got 2 for 5. They actually, despite their gold lead, still picked up more gold.
Radiant's middle tower.
Alright, so almost to be Echo Saber Aghanim's level 3 grow. And Kidal will not even make it back to his base. Sunray keeping him going a little longer, but still just too much for Extinct to handle. They're just not respecting the jump. Mineski have such a good counter initiation draft, but in order to counter, you have to survive the initiation. Q2's Execration being methodical in their pickoffs. They're not being too greedy here. And Chemo picking up that Vanguard made that fight last way too long for Mineski to handle. They just don't have enough gas to last that long in fights anymore. Aghanim's finally done for Potato. Might pick up his own Dragon Lance. I don't really... Whoa, they're coming up behind him. He leaps forward, so he's got no escape whatsoever. Moonlight Shadow's still on cooldown. A swap might actually help him at this point. He's getting closer to his base, closer to his buddies. Chronosphere is up! But unfortunately, he won't get another burst of that Starstorm. That's another clean pick. Almost totally clean. Tim's is still hurting a little bit. Oh, jeez. In the mid. But looking at about a 3-to-1 KDA here. Soul might get jumped before he even makes it back to the base. Just barely gets up the steps. A Bell wants it. He's going to go ahead and go for the mid instead. I call him a Bell. I call him, he's a bet. Now, full Greaves done. We'll go ahead and send a bed in. Everyone else can follow.
Radiant's top tower
And down by. They're just all over this base. What can they do? Like they've got sweet combos, but they gave up so much with those last 2 teamfight losses up top. Whoa! Almost. I mean, this is just desperation here. Holding on as long as they can. Almost 15,000 gold at 23 minutes here. The lead has gone to almost 20k. We're looking at about 750, 800 gold per minute. Push back up to the creeps. Mineski X just trying to do anything they can to stay in this division. Now we got a pipe done. RR now with, oh, that was a smoke, okay. Gem on RR with Veil, with Blink, with Treads, just for a little bit more tank. At this point, why not? Oh, big Chrono, but are they there to help out? Yes, they are. They're gonna get Chemo. Big Death Ward. No, it canceled by the Ravage. They just can't kill anyone fast enough. The Supernova will actually finish. He'll make it back to the high ground. No, he won't. He doesn't cancel the Icarus dive in the middle of it. He's like, never mind. I'm better off 10 feet over here. Unfortunately, that's going to be it. That's going to be a good game right there. There's nothing they can do. And the whole time, Abed pretty much was just going after the racks. It was 4-on-5 the whole time. It was a good try at trying to flank them, but they just don't have Alright, it's the end of the cast, and it's the end of the game, so it's giveaway time. So, biggest thing is tickets will cost 100 tangos. You earn tickets by you earn tangos by watching. So, you can have up to 5 tickets, and the bot will let you know that too. So, just keep your eye on the Twitch stream for a bit, and we're going to go ahead and start the giveaway. I'll let it run for a few minutes,